This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
This episode is brought to you by Movement Sunglasses.
Oh, hello.
They also do watches.
And other stuff. They do jewellery.
That's true.
Little bracelets for men. Have you seen those?
Yeah, but this
and
is
women.
This is
But
the short bit.
Oh,
at the
okay,
end.
right.
Just hold your horses.
All right.
Red hot comic book movie news, shooting up your butthole. The Weekly Planet, the Weekly Planet.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nick Mason.
Hark, James. What do I hear in the distance? Woo!
Or,
That's right.
we do both.
It's Comic-Con.
Here at the Weekly
It's Comic-Con
Planet.
week. We were there in the trenches. We flew over to San Francisco.
Yep.
To watch it
San
on our phones.
Junipero. Yeah,
We know it's in San Diego. We were
do.
there.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't.
We weren't there.
No, we were not.
We did the Twitter feed like everybody else. Because a
Yeah.
lot of these aren't live streamed. Most of them aren't live streamed, in fact. You can only see the footage afterwards. And a lot of the footage they played.
Sometimes if you're in there, you can't even see the footage.
Because there's some idiot standing up in front of you going, "Ah!"
Woo!
But look, if you're here for the Comic-Con episode and you want to go straight to, like, say, the Marvel panel, every topic is time-coded below, as it is every week, so you can jump to wherever you want to go. Isn't that exciting?
That's exciting. I mean, it's more work for you.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but
maybe
you
I
could
won't
always
do
no,
it.
you could always cut out that bit.
Oh,
Then it's
yeah.
no work for you, but there's still some work
'Cause
because
I'll
you
have
had
to
to
cut it out.
cut that out. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'll do? I'll probably-
What's more work, editing or typing time
Typing
code?
probably.
Yeah.
But I'll get lazy because I'll get to the end and I'll be like, I'll deal with this later. And then future me will be like, why did you do it to me? Now I got to put in all the time codes. You know how it is. We just want to quickly thank people up top who came to the live show on Sunday.
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of fun.
Despite some technical difficulties. I had the Cats music lined up, Mason. So
Of course.
So I could... Okay, for those who weren't there...
But it was being streamed by a million other live podcasts at the same time, so you couldn't get yours to run.
That's
because everybody was
probably
like,
true.
"This is going to be the best joke ever." I'm going to put. Did everybody see Cats? Oh my god!
Just before I went out, I put on a pair of cat ears
Yep.
in front of you and Will Anderson. And the look that you guys gave me was just like... Do not do this. But the reason I did it at the last minute, one, for the reaction, so
Yes.
to be genuine out there, and two, because I didn't want to be talked out of it. Like, if
Oh,
I
yeah.
put them on like half an hour before,
Yeah.
I know if I sat there with them on for half an hour, I'd be like, I'm not doing this.
You would have chickened out.
I would have definitely chickened
Yeah,
out.
wow.
Yeah. But look, first of all, thanks to Will and Charlie, who gave up their time to come and do the show. And they
Yes.
were both so funny and so gracious and just good dudes in general.
And they didn't try to talk you out of the cat ears.
No,
So.
that's right.
I never would have tried to talk you out of the cat ears.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
And the episode...
I would have mocked you for wearing the cat ears
Yeah, of
on
course.
stage.
Which is, yes, entirely what happened. Also to Claire, who put it all together. Of course, you, Mason, who showed up.
I showed
on
up,
the day
I
and
think, on
also
time.
contributed. You did. You were very much on time.
Thank you.
My friends Barry and Kate, who helped out as well with the merch and things like that. And also, of course, the people who came along. They were a terrific audience. And we're sorry if you were the partner of somebody who was dragged along, because you would have been like, what the fuck is this?
Don't worry, I apologise to all of them on the day. I met them
okay.
all
You met them
individually
all good.
afterwards, and they're okay with it.
Excellent. Yeah, but so the first 10 minutes, there was technical difficulties. So the first 10 minutes wasn't recorded, but we're going to put up the show with our charity campaign, which is
yes.
running at the moment. If you want to donate any money, we're trying to grow a seaweed farm to reduce CO2 emissions. There's going to be prizes and bonus episodes and things like that, and that will go in there if you do want to hear the
One of
episode.
the prizes includes a length of seaweed
That's
for
right.
you to eat.
Yes, or make into a cattail.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, but
Oh.
that's linked below if you want to donate.
Yeah, thanks also to Lewis. I showed you these after. He made us little Lego versions of ourselves.
Oh, that was so... I'm sorry I had to duck away because I had 1,000 Comic-Con videos to prepare, so I had to duck out. But yeah, those are terrific.
They're good, right?
And thank you,
I'll put
Lewis.
them on my Instagram if everyone wants to
Absolutely.
check them out. They're very cool.
Also, to those people who have donated, we really appreciate it. It's linked below. I see Amy's just donated $35 and said such a great cause to a bunch of Dead Set legends.
Thank you, Amy. All up, $12,461
so good.
as of this minute.
We're aiming for 50, and every dollar will be doubled. So even if we only hit 12,000, that's 24,000, and we've done it already, haven't we?
So we've succeeded. Don't stop donating, though.
No, absolutely do not. Yeah.
Cameron has donated 7 minutes ago. Keep it up. All of Planet Broadcasting are amazing for supporting this great cause. No, you are amazing, Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron.
You keep it up.
You prick.
Whoa.
Nah, he's a good dude.
Sam says, love the pod, guys. Keep being as a father, James, and keep being wrong about the Lion King, Meso.
Ooh.
It's my most controversial take ever. And
That
I
is
won't
true.
take it back.
Daniel's
won't take
donated
it.
$100. You won't take it back? Not even for $100. What would the MC look? Oh, these asked a question. We'll answer this in the thing. Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah.
Gonna do one more?
Let's see. Liam donated £35 sterling.
Oh, hello.
Nice one, guys. Keep up the good work.
Excellent.
You keep up the good work, Liam.
Yes, Liam.
Do it.
Oh, I got an anonymous here as well. $100. No
Whoa,
need.
thank
just
you, Anonymous.
Just keep up the good work.
That was me.
Was it?
Yeah.
I feel like the website Anonymous is going to come after you for claiming their donation. That's
Oh,
right.
no.
Anyways, the Russo brothers, they have the biggest movie of all time now with Avengers Endgame. It has passed Avatar. It happened on Comic-Con weekend.
What a perfect weekend to do that thing.
Exactly.
We won. Our team won.
Our team won. We were anti-Avatar,
Yep.
and which is a Disney property, and we're pro this Disney
Property, exactly. Yeah.
Are you surprised that it's taken this long, whether that be a short amount of time or a long amount of time, or that it's happened at all?
That Endgame is beaten.
Yeah.
Or that any movie has beaten Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have you would have thunk.
I would have thunk it.
I would have thunk it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised that it's happened now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've had, 10 years of build up to this,
Yeah.
so...
If you adjust for inflation, obviously as well, it still hasn't, reached it because.
Oh, hasn't it?
Well, no, because $3 billion or whatever it made 10 years ago is not the same as $3 billion now. I think Gone with the Wind is still like the biggest movie if you adjust.
Oh, adjusted for
because
inflation.
it made like 35 pence or whatever it.
That's right.
which all adds up over time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
what they did is the producers have Gone with the Wind. They put that 35 pence in a savings account,
Oh yeah.
and they just took it out the other day.
And
Well, there were some fees.
somebody took it.
Somebody. That's right.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The depression.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
The
it
depression
did.
took it.
I got trailers though. Trailers ahoy, everybody! The King's Man.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some other news, but it's not just Comic-Con, is it, Mason? It's
mostly-
other news.
mostly
It's mostly
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, mhm,
The King's Man trailer. So it's
Yes.
a prequel to The Kingsman. It looks like we're seeing the first King's Man, who's apparently related to Eggsy. What a coincidence!
Isn't it a coincidence,
Yeah.
right?
Ray Fiennes is like, "Well, you're going to be a good British boy," and he's like, "I will."
I'll try my best
For
to be a
England.
good British boy, sir.
This one looks good. Looks better to me than the second one, which I was really looking forward to and then did not like. There's way too much.
You need to go keep up your strength, British boy. Mushy peas all day. Mushy peas every meal. You'll be the truest British boy. You'll be the true king of England.
Are you? What do you think of this? Though?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, am I pro mushy peas? I
I
absolutely
know
am.
you are.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan. You mush them up anyway in your mouth. But then, Ian, you could just eat a potato, couldn't you?
It's
Instead
the
of a mashed
British
potato.
way to pre-mush them up so you can pretend you're a British bird. What are you talking about?
Did you like the trailer?
I did like the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's very, as you might imagine, it's kind of light on gadgets.
Yeah.
It's light on.
I still think there's going to be a clockwork bag, Mason.
You think the clockwork bag's
Yeah,
going
it's
to make
going to
an
have
appearance?
like a machine gun that you crank the handle.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
nice. That sounds really good.
Something like that. Yeah. Or a kaleidoscope and it projects a whatever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or like maybe an umbrella, but it's not the super high tech umbrella.
Oh.
Like it just shoots one bullet.
Yeah, that's not that. You're probably not wrong there. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, 2 I did not like. It's interesting that Matthew Vaughn is kind of sticking with this. This is his kind of property that he's.
Yeah,
so he's
right.
doing this, and then there's going to be another kind of Eggsy one.
Okay.
After this, I believe. But
Huh.
yeah, part of me is like, I kind of wish he'd do like another property because every time he kind of shifts, makes a new kind of thing. I'm interested.
And it's mostly positive. What's he done besides this and the X-Men?
Kick-Ass, Layer Cake. Yeah, those are the 2 main ones. I believe.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
The first Kick-Ass, not the second one, which you love.
I
more,
don't.
so-
That's not true. No,
Yeah,
no,
he
no,
likes it. He's a
no,
big
no,
fan.
no. Villain's Rasputin in this.
Yeah.
So historic.
Do you think they're going to do the supernatural element of he can't be killed and? Because they're not really supernatural movies.
no, I don't
Except
think
you
they
can
are.
shoot someone in the head with a bullet, and they
Yeah, it's come back
and you
from
can
that.
scan
Yeah.
with a picture of the dog or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
right. That was it, wasn't
they
it?
get
Yeah.
their memories
Oh,
back.
oh, that scary dog on my street. Oh, I remember everything now. Bad
Yeah.
movie that last one.
Yeah,
Terrible.
not great. Yeah. Surprisingly bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although again, mixed reactions. I know a lot of people who listen to this show quite enjoyed
Yeah.
that one.
No, fair enough.
Mm.
Well,
Do we have any more thoughts about that? The King's Man?
Just looks good, I think.
Looks pretty good, yeah. Maybe stripping it back to basics is what this series needed a little.
Yeah.
To me, I think the most recent one was too silly.
Yeah, fair enough. Robot Dogs, Julianne Moore.
That's right.
I
Too silly.
understand.
Two very silly things.
Laser Lasso.
Yep, silly.
I liked that one. I liked the Laser Lasso. Next
Channing
up,
Tatum doing a little
he
dance.
did do a little dance. Then he disappeared for 55 minutes.
Yep.
And then came back at the end and went, I'm in this movie still. It Chapter 2 has a trailer also.
Yes.
It's the second trailer. I did a trailer breakdown, which you can find below on my channel if I remember to link it. It's so much work, you know how it is.
Yeah, oh,
Mason.
absolutely, yeah. It's
But,
that's your life now. It's not even podcasting or videos, it's linking things in the episode description of this podcast.
You are not incorrect. There's a fly in here. If I leave the door
Oh,
open,
this is a real Breaking Bad situation.
I'm not getting
No,
up.
keep it in here so we can be slowly driven insane.
No, Mason.
Ah,
Is it still in here?
see, that's it.
That's how it
That's
gets
perfect. That's how it gets you. Exactly, yeah.
That's
what we want.
That is what we
I'm
want.
going to tease whether or not the fly is still in the room over the course of this podcast.
Pennywise is back.
It's getting in your podcast making equipment.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't want that. I have to unplug something, and I don't know how to put everything
If the
back
fly
together.
gets in,
Yeah.
the podcast's going to be impure. We're not going to get that pure blue podcasting.
We've
that
never
we
had.
want. No, that's true.
None of these have excellent audio quality.
we need the Walter White of podcasting to come in and really give us a fresh
Jazz it
perspective
up,
on this
yeah.
and provide us with
And
some
meth,
Yep,
obviously.
yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Pennywise is back after 27 years, as are all the kids as adults. They
Yeah.
return to the town of Derry, but to what end? Beating up a clown again.
They're going to beat him up
probably.
again, yeah.
They
I
should-
mean, look, ultimately, at the end of the first one,
Yeah.
all they had to do was believe they could beat him up, and then they could beat him up.
Mm.
So where's the harm this time, you know?
Well, they're down a member for reasons which I won't get into because of
Oh, yeah.
spoilers.
Okay.
So that kind of breaks the circle of friendship and trust.
Was he beaten up by some real clowns?
That's right.
He became a crusader for just going to traveling circuses and beating up clowns. And eventually they beat him up.
But and they've forgotten a lot of the stuff that happened, so they kind of gotta.
Oh, so they...
when you leave the town, your memories
Memory
of the supernatural elements.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Except for the one guy who stayed.
Except the one guy who stayed, who's like, I remember all that clown shit. It was fucking insane.
Just remember to believe in yourself and then punch the clown.
That's right.
Look, I'll show you how to believe in yourself and I'll show you how to throw a punch, all right?
Because I believe he can't really hurt you if you're not afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be afraid?
If there was 7 of my mates, I'd probably be okay.
All right.
If we had him in a
thing?
circle?
What if you did that thing where his whole jaw unhinged and you saw like that spinning whirlwind of teeth?
I'd kick him in the knee.
Yeah, nice.
Just boot the side of his knee out.
And then he'd sort of fall to the ground and then
I mean, he'd still get me.
Yeah,
I'd be
for
the
sure.
one. I'm not going to be the one to take down the space cloud, am I?
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think, this to me, I'm very excited for.
Yeah.
And I'd also kind of like to see, the novel concludes, as novels do, and I mentioned this in the video, but I would like to see another one after this.
All right.
Because there's still hints of Pennywise in the universe and whatever.
Yeah,
and
for
this-
sure.
and
In
this-
like the Stephen King
Yeah.
expanded universe. right?
Exactly. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, but that's not for me to say or you to find out, is it?
No, it is for me to find out eventually.
Oh, you excited to find out?
Yes, I'll watch the
Yeah.
movie It Chapter 2.
Yeah, you will.
Do you think that they would give us an It Chapter... well, I'll start again. Do you think they'd give us an It Chapter 3?
Do you think this one will make money?
Yeah.
Then
the last one?
yes. Yeah, it made a lot of money. I think it was one of the most successful R-rated movies of all time.
Oh.
Maybe even been number 1 in the
Okay.
box office.
But do you think wouldn't they have
Of
to give
R-rated
it?
films.
Wouldn't they have to give it another? Like, we're not going to just wait another 27 years.
no, I
and
don't
then-
think it's going to be that situation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to be... Well, there's also the implication in the books, I don't know whether they're going to do this, that it had children
Oh, okay,
and
right.
whatever. But anyway, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah.
When the movie It comes out. Anyway, we've got more...
And they just want a party.
They just want to party. But really, they're going to get circled by a group of mates.
And beaten
to
up.
beat 'em up. Yeah. Picard also got its first proper trailer.
Looks real good.
It does. So you're a Star Trek man.
Yes, I'm a Star Trek man.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Is this on the right Star Trek for you?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting what we see his Picard's ragtag crew.
Do you like a ragtag crew?
I do like a You know what? It's interesting about it is that I got some very very Logan vibes.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, I mean, first we get
Patrick Stewart. Yeah.
obviously, and he's looking after this
And he's
this
watching
teen
the movie
girl.
Logan.
He's
Yeah.
watching the movie Logan. He's
I'm
like,
in this, he says.
I'm in this. Wait, Data.
No kidding.
Very good.
Sorry, you were saying he's in this.
He's in this. And he's helping this teen girl. She's
Yep.
got a mysterious past. What's her deal?
What is her deal?
I think she's part of the Borg.
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
she's probably part of the Borg because he knows the Borg, doesn't he? And sometimes he loves them, and sometimes he doesn't.
He's never loved the Borg.
No, he hasn't understood.
Who loves the Borg?
No, he has an understanding. Like some of them just want to make peace or whatever. Isn't there someone on his crew? We see her in it. She's like part Borg.
So that's 7 of it. That's the surprising revelation, I think, of this trailer.
Everyone looks great in this trailer, by the way. Could we just point out? It's been 20
Yeah.
years since a lot of these people have appeared in Star Trek.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe a bit less.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of surprises. One is that we see Jerry Ryan's character 7 of 9 from
Yes.
Star Trek Voyager.
Yes.
Who I don't know if they've ever met in any other continuity. Like I don't think they've ever met in.
You don't reckon they've met in a comic where they're like,
Oh, maybe.
it's nice to see you, Picard. And he's like, it is nice to see me, Captain Picard. He's not a humble, he's not a humble man.
the miniseries Picard's ego goes wild.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It is nice to see. That's on the cover. He's just like giving you one of these. Like, it is good to see me.
You better believe
I'm the man.
it. So,
So
Yeah.
we see a return of that. We see the remains of Data.
or is that Data's twin brother?
Well, it's not. Well,
Also, we say data in Australia.
we don't say that, or do we? Oh, now I'm filled with doubt because on like ads for like mobile phones and stuff, it's unlimited data.
It is.
All right, I've got to make a decision.
You do.
Because I'm going to have to sit with this until Picard comes out and is finished. So I'm going to say Data.
I'm going to say data.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Together, Datums.
Datums, yes. So
Yeah.
Datums is in a drawer.
Yeah, so Datums is in a drawer,
Mm.
and because he died in Star Trek Nemesis,
Yes.
which was the last Star Trek Next Generation movie. But we have two other things. We have Lore, who is his brother,
Yeah.
who was assembled with him. He has so Data originally had no emotions.
And he got an emotion
He
chip.
got emotion chip, but Lore had emotion. So he was like the wild and crazy version.
Ah, he had a
was
hat.
like the evil twin.
You had a hat?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, Monster Energy drink right there.
love it.
But also at the end of Star Trek Nemesis,
Mm.
they basically there's a third brother called B4 who was kind of like
Oh, is it called B4 because he's the model B4 or something like that? It's one of those situations.
no, he was I don't know. I just don't. But before Data dies, he put all his
Yes.
memories and etc. into B4.
So he didn't really die.
Well, I mean, it was one of those situations. It was kind of like if you remember Star Trek 3.
Which three?
Original Star Trek 3.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, where Spock comes back to life and he's
Oh,
like,
maybe I have seen that.
I have some memories, but who are you? And what have I returned? Have I not returned? And by 4, they're like, yeah, he's returned.
He's back.
But at the end of Star Trek Nemesis, you're like, well, does he seems to remember some things, but he's not the Data we remember, and
Yes.
blah blah blah. So the version we see in this trailer, who is playing chess with Picard, could be Lore, could be B4, could be a holodeck.
Oh, yeah, right.
Situation
Yeah, good
where
point.
it's just his
The
his
real Data
memories
did
and-
explode, didn't he?
Yes.
So, like, that guy is gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah. So it could be. Yeah.
I mean, there's also time travel, isn't there?
well, that's true.
Yeah.
So I mean, basically, in this universe, nothing is really off the table.
Yeah.
Like it could be exactly. It could the chess situation could exist in Picard's mind, or on a holodeck, or in a time loop, some sort of
Yeah,
portal.
exactly.
Picard could be. If you remember in Star Trek Generations, Kirk is trapped in a weird paradise
nowhere,
universe,
riding
that he-
horses on a farm.
Picard could be in that.
Yeah.
We just don't know. The whole thing could be set in that.
Yeah.
So
I like
no way
how,
of knowing.
I like how Picard always wanted to go to a farm and be a farmer, and in this he's like, I fucking hate farming.
I regret this. Why did I go into the
I want
family
spaceship
business?
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're releasing an official brew to go with this, I assume, a Picard Vineyard wine.
Yeah. I thought you. Yeah. Okay.
No?
What if it's like a Four Loko or something like that? It's
Yeah,
like,
sure.
it's like a UDL. It's like
Yeah,
it's like a passion fruit pop or whatever.
I'm not good at this. I told you.
Yes.
Anyway, looks good.
It's malt liquor with grape juice in it.
It's-
And it's caffeinated. You're going to go off chops with this.
Should I put at the end of this podcast from the Martin Malloy Poop Shoot album,
The Next Window.
the next window, which is the Jean-Luc Picard goes to drive through.
Yes.
As I was a kid, I thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yep.
And I still think it is.
It's still the funniest thing in the world.
But I think it might not be.
Yeah, right.
So I'll put it at the end. And That could be the question of the day.
Okay, do you think this is does this still hold up? Yeah.
I'll put it at the very end.
Anyway, so Picard Picard finds this girl. She
Yep.
seems to be part of the Borg or for some reason. There's a nice little scene. I'm not sure where it's set particularly. Maybe it's a space station or something like that. And there's a little sign that says how many days since the last assimilation.
Oh,
the last Borg
right.
assimilation. So that's fun.
And none?
It was like 5,000 days. Or something
Well, that's
like
great.
That. That's a good amount of days.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he goes.
Unless they get you and you don't even know.
That's very true.
They've moved it up in the world. They're doing like a nanotechnology.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, because like Jerry Ryan's character is she's way more emotive in this than she ever was in Voyager.
Okay.
So I feel like maybe like...
She's evolved?
Yeah, she's evolved, or like the influences left her, the Borg
right.
influence, what have you. I'm really excited for this. But I was going to say, he goes to Starfleet and he's like, there's a girl. She's in trouble.
That's very Logan, isn't it? Because in Nat, there was a girl that was in trouble. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
We remember that movie. And we also remember the movie Terminator Dark Fate. I was going to say Genesis. But
You
that was
very
the other
nearly
one.
didn't remember it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
There wasn't a trailer, but there was some behind-the-scenes footage.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Footage, as we could say in Australia.
Do we?
Yeah. And it's...
Unlimited data for streaming footage.
and it's basically a universe where... It's the Terminator again. They're just doing another Terminator.
Oh, is that the universe this is
That's
in?
the universe they're doing. And also that Linda Hamilton is back and Eddie Furlong has returned.
Allegedly.
Yes.
We haven't seen any photos of him
No.
or any footage yet.
I believe that they are going to kill John Connor at the start, and that's why Sarah Connor... Because they talked about how there's actually repercussions for changing the future. And
I see,
So I think
right.
she's had this mission to kind of protect her son, and then he's dead. So
And now
now
she's
she's
like-
just hunting Terminator. She's like, well, I guess I just do this.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then
Yeah.
that's I enjoy the weirdness of this Terminator time travel universe. Like it's the and I don't know if they're going to touch on it in this, but the timeline seems to be getting more and more fractured and damaged.
He actually mentioned that in the timeline. He said it's not like an Avengers Endgame situation. This is Tim Miller, the director. He named that specifically and said it's the one timeline. So any effect that you've had, we've altered it. So that is the flow on effect.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
So I mean, it's still complicated, isn't it?
It's still way more complicated
Yeah.
than it needs to be. But yeah, I mean, like,
And also, only 1 and 2 count. But people already know.
yeah,
that, I'm
and
sure.
So I wonder, has something happened to erase the most recent Terminators from this timeline, or are they
Right.
just saying they never happened anymore? I wonder.
I don't. Yeah.
I wonder things. You know what I mean?
I just think they didn't happen.
Okay, that's
what I
fair.
think it
All
is,
right,
yeah.
cool.
That and Sarah Connor and all those other things.
Yeah. Well, this is. I mean, yeah. I don't know if this. I don't know if this is going to be any good. But I enjoy
like that, isn't it?
whatever the setup. But we like Tim Miller's work.
I do,
generally.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think whatever the setup is, I'll be interested to know. Like, it'll be interesting to see explored. Well, what happens if she spent her whole life training her son for this thing, and then he just dies, and she's like,
Yes.
Well, has that ruined the future? Do I
Yeah.
just keep carrying
Because
on?
the Terminators are still coming back, so
Yeah.
something's obviously the war still happens, but maybe she just doesn't know when or
Yeah, right,
what she's even like. What do I have to take out to kind of make this right? The other thing they mentioned that Arnold's character is called Carl. We saw
yeah.
Carl's draperies on the van that he's a
yes,
dry cleaner.
uh-huh.
Apparently, he's a guy who's clearly been there a while, and Sarah Connor meets him and tries to kill him immediately. So they're not friends, obviously.
Okay.
But he's on the side of good, and he's established himself in this small town business, and people know him and like him, and he's got like rapport. So I guess there's a bit of Terminator Genesis in that. And like this is an aged up Terminator. Which
Oh, so he is a
integrated.
Terminator.
Yeah, he is a Terminator.
Okay,
yeah.
right, uh-huh.
Because I thought he was going to be like the template, but they're
Yes.
doing the Genesis thing.
Okay, right.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
That's interesting. I like the idea of a Terminator spending literally years building rapport as a dry cleaner in a small town.
Just perfecting the art of dry cleaning.
Yeah, right.
Imagine how good a Terminator would be at dry cleaning.
dry cleaning and also brief back and forth banter as people come in to collect and
Yes.
drop off their dry cleaning.
How are the children and so forth.
Because he'd
Yeah.
remember everything.
He would remember
That'd be perfect,
everything, yeah.
right?
He'd drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd still know something's off about this guy? You'd just be like, he's Austrian. Like, do you think
Yeah,
that
that's true.
in a small town?
Yeah, I
they'd
think
be
if
like,
anything,
yeah.
that would be a positive. I
Yeah.
think, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a positive thing to be Austrian. Mm-hmm. And you've heard it here first.
That's right.
So, what else we got here? Brandon Routh. We're off trailer talk for now.
Okay.
But don't you worry. We're coming around.
That's the
It's going out to sea.
ship proceeding into the
Oh, it's going
distance.
for it's heading for some rocks. Oh, no. Brandon Routh will play Superman again.
Mayday.
we can't go out
We're
there,
going
Mason.
down with
We've
all
got
hands.
We've got a podcast. We can't help
We have
them.
wives and children.
It doesn't matter.
We have so many trailers.
What's more important? Your
Yeah,
wives and children.
Brandon
Or
Routh.
Brandon Routh.
Brandon Routh, yeah. Uh-huh.
He's going to be Superman again. But he's going to be playing... This is in the crossover with the other guy who plays Superman in Supergirl.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be the Kingdom Come version. Or at
That's
least...
cool.
Or he'll probably just wear that suit and have the grey and the
Yeah,
temples or
right.
whatever,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fun. Because Brandon Routh is the Atom
Yes.
in the Arrowverse.
Yes.
So that's cool.
And
I
of
like
course
that.
he played Superman.
He did. That's
Previously.
true. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did it that one time. Yeah. That's fun.
He's the Chris Reeve Superman, but I don't think this wouldn't be an extension of that universe, would it? Or maybe it is.
I mean, it might be.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah.
Do you think they'll get like Tom Welling back or anything like that? Maybe I can just do the whole thing. Get a Dean Cain, I guess.
No, don't get a Dean Cain.
You have to,
No,
Mason.
you don't have to. You absolutely don't. It's interesting because I think they've gotten Dean Cain before. Is he? I think he's Supergirl's adoptive father.
Something like that, yeah.
In Supergirl,
Yeah.
I think.
So you want him back? All right.
No, I
then.
don't.
He's changed his tune.
I absolutely
everybody.
don't. I don't. You can believe that or not. Please believe it or not. Which I believe he was the host of or something.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that's cool. But I think they at this point they might be wrapping up some of these universes.
Yeah, right.
I think because the last season of Arrow is approaching, and I think they're going to segue it all into their version of the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes.
And then I think maybe they're going to wrap up at least some of the series as.
And how do you feel about that? Do you think it's a DC streaming situation where they're going to move them all over, or are they not profitable? What do you think?
I think that maybe they've just decided that they've run their course. I think, or
Yeah,
they've told
fair
as
enough.
many stories as they want to. I mean, there might be another series in Supergirl.
Yeah, and they're
But
doing
I think
Batwoman and
yeah, I
so
think
forth,
that's sticking around. But I think maybe for the early runners like your Arrow, I think everybody's just like, we did this for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah,
It's time to.
It's been a good
time
run
to wrap this up.
And the other thing is, this is a pretty we've fallen off it. And
yeah,
people-
I go back in for the
Yeah.
crossovers.
Exactly, and I probably will watch this Superman one. And the reason I have is, I don't think it's terrible. I think a lot of it's really good. It's just too much.
Yes.
And look, it's literally my job to keep tabs on this stuff. But I still can't watch this and everything else.
Well, and it's
This
also-
it'd be all I would
Yeah.
do.
It's also a little bit hard to get in Australia because you have to. Some of them are on streaming services, but like a season behind.
Yes.
And you can buy some of them, but you can't buy other ones. So and then they cross over, and you're like, well, which? It's complicated.
Exactly.
But yeah, and I think Arrow has probably run out of
Island flashbacks.
flashbacks.
They stopped doing that.
And
didn't they?
villains with bows and arrows.
Ah.
And the Flash, I think, has also run out of villains who
who
can
could
run
chase.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
But still, good on them. They're doing good work. I think this will be,
Yeah.
when they eventually do wrap it up, I think it'll be remembered very fondly.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Supergirl's got a new costume.
Oh yeah, I like that costume.
Pants.
What do you think?
Looks good.
Me too. Think that.
Yes.
Me too. Think that, Mason.
We all think that.
Yeah. Here we go. Akira's on hold. It's Thor related. We'll get back to Thor.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that?
Okay.
Apparently, the studio weren't happy with an entirely kind of unknown cast
Right.
because he was going to do a mostly Asian cast of people. Because I think that's as the biggest fan of Akira, I'm back.
Oh,
The guy
yeah,
who knows
okay.
everything about anime
Specifically
and old
Akira.
and old manga.
Yes.
They're young people, aren't they? So you can't be
Yeah,
like,
well, sure.
let's
They're
get
like a motorcycle gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't be like, let's get the guy from Lost.
You can't
He's
get
50.
exactly. And
Yeah.
you can't get the Wild Hogs crew as an example.
Like, say,
I mean, they are a biker gang, obviously, but they're not.
you're talking your Tim Allen,
Tim
your
Allen
Martin
is your-
Lawrence,
Yep.
Judi Dench, and John Goodman.
Yeah. Those four.
Did you ever see Wild Hogs?
No.
I know you were an old Dogs fan, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had to pick one of the crew. You had to pick one side. You were either old dogs or wild hogs.
Should
and
have
I'm
gone
old
Wild
dog.
Hogs because I think there was a Wild Hogs 2, wasn't there?
I don't know.
me
Still
check.
hogging.
Still,
Still hogging these motorcycles.
let me check if there's a Wild.
Please do.
Okay, sorry. There's a Wild Hogs 2 update from 2019.
Okay.
So,
Well, anyway, we hadn't finished talking about Akira.
oh yeah, sorry.
Look, I wish it was still rolling right now, but I mean the other news is good too.
Yes,
But at least he hasn't gone. At least it's been put on hold, and it hasn't been like, well, Watiti's out, and
Yeah.
we're just going to recast every role with Scarlett Johansson again.
Oh, that'd be great. Because
Yeah.
you can play anything,
She can
including
play
a tree.
anything. She can play a young Asian motorcycle rider. She could play a motorcycle. She could play a tree.
A bonsai tree?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. She could play the big goopy monster that Tetsuo turns into.
I'm familiar with everything you're talking about. He destroys the city.
Yep.
Yep, because I've seen it and read it.
The city as played by Scarlett Johansson.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Does it all. Yeah, so it's kind of disappointing that Akira is being put on hold again, but it's also some people are kind of relieved, like, well, they should make it anyway, but you'd be foolish to think they're never going to get around to this, I think.
And it's didn't we just talk about the
I
anniversary?
for good
of
or
that?
ill, I should say. Yeah, by the
Sorry?
way. They're going to make this regardless.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What were we going to say?
I was going to say,
anniversary?
isn't the anniversary right now? Isn't that what's
Yeah,
happening?
you're right. It's the prime time.
yeah.
It probably would have been a good moment to kind of reveal the cast and kind of get some buzz behind it. But anyway, Thor,
Yeah,
so
Thor.
they're doing another
Exactly,
Thor.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
the logo for Thor is pretty good.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly.
So there you go. We also got a trailer for The Watchmen, which gives us a better idea of the world of The Watchmen.
Yes.
It's set, modern day after the events of The Watchmen. I don't think they're looking into before Watchmen or the DC one that's running at the
Doomsday
moment.
Clock.
Still. Yeah.
Right.
And also, they're not drawing from the movie because it looks like Dr. Manhattan isn't a villain in this as he's perceived to be in the movie universe.
Oh, because we see like a parade where there's somebody dressed as Dr. Manhattan.
I think that is Dr. Manhattan as well at the end,
Oh, that is
Oh,
that.
that's
yeah.
oh, there's a bit prior to that?
Yeah, where he picks up the mask. Like
yeah.
this person, there's clearly somebody dressing him as him. But I mean, that might be like some sort of Day of the Dead style scenario.
Yeah, right.
Like we dress as the thing that
Yeah.
just destroyed the city that time.
I think it's gonna be the giant squid.
You think the squid's
Well,
back?
because Adrian Veidt is
Yes.
the villain, it seems, in this universe. So people must know that he did it.
Yeah,
whether
that's true,
whether
yeah.
it be the Dr. Manhattan thing or the squid.
Yeah.
But
Is-
do the squid, come on.
Yeah, do the squid. Is there a headline in like a newspaper headline that suggests he's dead though?
Yes, they do
Okay.
mention that, yeah, but he's not dead because he's played by
Jeremy Irons?
Jeremy Irons,
That's
that's
cool.
right.
Yeah,
so-
nice.
But
He's
really,
looking good. I don't know if it
twist.
is going to be
It's-
any
it's-
good.
It's Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
It's not
nice.
Jeremy
She can
Irons.
do anything.
Yay! She
She
can
can
be a
do
trade.
anything.
She can be a blue man living on Mars.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We did see quite like there's a lot in this trailer. We get this Rorschach gang that apparently have come and gone, and now they're back.
I'd imagine they're using his diaries as kind of like their Bible.
Well, yeah, because they
Yeah.
do. One of them has the line of like, "We'll look down and whisper no" to all the people who
I'd be
shout
like,
sabers,
you
which is in.
stole that.
Yeah, exactly. We've all read it. It was on the internet, or whatever we have in place of the internet in this weird alternate 1980s. You know?
It's called the Nixon touchscreen
Ooh.
interface.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The NTI.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
So it's probably still better than our internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this looks great, and I'm really excited for it. Yeah.
And we got the police are masked as well.
yes.
I thought that was interesting. Like I wasn't sure what direction that was going in, but
Yeah.
it seems to be the implication of this universe is don't trust anybody with a mask.
Yes.
Whether it be the Rorschach gang or the police.
Yep.
Like, whoever's got a mask has something to hide.
And their reasoning behind the mask for the police was it so you can't go to their, you don't know who they are. That's the idea.
Yeah, so you can't
Yeah.
threaten their families or what
Yeah,
have you. Yeah,
and
but
so on.
but there also seems to be like a more sinister undercurrent of like the
Yes.
people who have decided to do that. They've got deadly secrets also.
Deadly Secrets also.
Yes.
When's this out? I don't know.
Don't know. Don't know.
Do you want me to quickly look?
Please, but yeah, we got some more masked heroes. We got some people who like
We saw the owl copter,
we saw
whatever it's called.
Archie the is that what it's called, the owl.
Sure. It just says
Flighty-
2019.
flighty bug
It just says
machine.
2019.
Yeah, so that's cool. But we don't really see any of the original Watchmen characters except for Dr. Manhattan.
I think we'll see some. The surviving ones at least, yeah.
But man, I was excited to see Dr. Manhattan in this.
we didn't see Hooded Justice
Yeah, we did.
trailer? Oh, we do. Did you say Hooded Justice already?
Yes, we did. No, I didn't say it, but we
Okay.
did see him, yes.
So I was reading. I thought you might have said it as I was reading, looking for
Yeah,
a date.
we do see Hooded Justice, that's true.
Or it could be the new Hooded Justice.
Could be a
'Cause
new
isn't the
Hooded
old Hooded Justice dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What a world.
Yeah, so we see that. I'm just excited for it. We see Dr. Manhattan on Mars. We see him off Mars.
Yeah. Where else do you want him?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
And somebody's like, that can't be Dr. Manhattan. He's on Mars. He's got
Be anywhere.
superpowers. Come on.
He can be like 15 different places.
Yeah.
Not 16. That's his limit.
That's his absolute limit.
Next up, we've got Doom Patrol. This surprised me. Doom Patrol's been renewed for a second season. I do have to watch Doom Patrol. I've heard nothing but good things. It's for the DC streaming service, but also HBO Max, which makes me think, again, this is another sign that DC service is going away
Yeah,
and they're
right,
folding it into
Yeah,
this.
right.
Yeah. Or they'll sell it as a package and you have to get one on the other.
Well, at some point, I would be excited to see Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
But everybody who's written in about it is like, you should watch it. And I will when it turns up on a platform in Australia.
Yes.
Just any platform.
I just thought
Except
it would,
for Foxtel.
I just thought it would appear on Netflix because they got Titans as well. So
Who knows where that's at?
yeah.
Okay, I guess we got to talk about this.
Oh, here we go. What's this?
No, this is... I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but it's just...
Oh, I see. Cats.
We've talked about it personally, and we talked about it in the live
Yeah.
show for 20 minutes yesterday. But Cats has a trailer.
Yes.
They've taken human faces.
Yep.
They've built giant sets and they've put fur on the people.
Using some sort of performance capture, motion capture technology.
And the best thing about this to me is it's so serious. It's the most serious thing you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, that's not entirely serious. I mean, Rebel Wilson falls off a thing. That's
true.
funny.
Puts her hand in a weird mouse or rat trap because the size of things in this are way off.
So inconsistent.
They're rat size. It should be called rats. I know I said this yesterday, but they're rats.
It's worth saying it again. It is absolutely worth saying it again.
Claire just caught me the other day. I was just
masturbating to the Cats trailer.
I was just watching it on the couch and just laughing to myself.
Yeah.
She's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "I'm just watching that Cats trailer."
I've watched it several times. So because we talked about this the other day, but like an Endgame trailer comes out and it gets watched 300 million times.
Yeah.
And when I saw the trailer for Cats, it had only been watched like 6 million times, which isn't a lot, but I think it's the same people watching it over and like it's a small number of people watching it so many times because they're like, can you believe this?
Yeah, it's only 7.5 million. But as I said to you when you said that to me, I think it's also people are sharing like clips of it and images of it and the whole thing on Twitter and Facebook
and stuff.
So who knows how many, but because people are aware of this.
Yeah, oh yeah. Everyone's aware. We're all aware.
Why didn't they put them in cat makeup?
Well, I mean, we speculated about this way before.
It's so expensive.
Before any any footage was shown or we saw any stills about it. We're like, what is this going to be?
Yeah.
And it essentially, and we're like, are they going to put them? Are they going to make them look? Physically the same shape as cats and just have them talk? Is it going to be like a weird Lion King situation? Yeah. Or are they going to be shaped like cats but the weird colors that these cats are? But it turns out what it is it's just how they look on stage, which is humans in weird cat costumes.
Yeah.
And then just put on giant sets.
I love it. And the sets are real, which is incredible. It's like they've built giant tables and
big knives and forks.
They're the wrong size, the knives and forks.
Yeah. And also a cat can't pick up a knife and fork.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's absolute insanity.
Yeah. They can push a glass off a table. That's all they can do.
That's right. I am so excited for this, though.
Me too.
For good or ill.
Yeah.
I like Tom Hooper's Les Mis.
Okay.
There's some stuff in that I don't like the Russell Crowe singing.
Right.
I know he's your favourite actor and the best actor in the world,
Yep.
but that guy cannot carry a tune in a bloody bucket unless it's a gruff country.
Oh, yeah. You forget he's in 30 Odd Foot of Grunt /
He's got a new band
The
now.
Ordinary Fear of God.
Yes. Yeah, he's got a more rock and roll voice.
Yeah.
That's what he's suited for.
/ that time he was Russ LaRock.
Yes, in the 80s?
In the 80s when he was Russ LaRock, yeah.
Can you imagine if he had gone on with it?
I want to be Marlon Brando.
Yeah. So do you think he wrote that song and went, I will be Marlon Brando?
And then he was.
But now he wants to be Russ LaRock again, I think. You always want what you don't have.
That's probably true.
And what he doesn't have is a good singing voice. I would never say that to him in real life.
Absolutely not.
Because he'd beat me to death.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Cats.
So really something.
I think it's going to do very well because this is one of those things where these musicals come out in the summer, or the summer here, winter overseas. Like Les Mis stuck around for ages. That movie where Hugh Jackman's an elephant murderer. That wasn't people like critically that did very badly, but that made so much money.
Yeah, right.
I think it'll just stay around. And
would you say the musical's back?
I would say that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He said that in 2009, didn't he?
He was ahead of his time.
He really was.
Yeah, he said it so many times in 2009.
It's mostly him doing musicals, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything more to say about Cats? It's wild stuff.
It really is.
Yeah. Do you think
some of them look better than others?
Yeah.
I think the Judi Dench and Ian McKellen ones look better than the main cat.
Yeah, right.
Which is freaking me out.
Is Judi Dench wearing a fur coat of other cats' fur?
I don't know.
Is that her backstory?
I don't.
Do you know what? Have you ever looked up the plot?
I've
of
purposely
Cats?
avoided it.
Do you want to know what it is?
I don't.
Okay.
Because I know it's maybe a metaphor for the afterlife or something.
Yeah, it's wild. I've looked it up. It's wild stuff.
I heard there's barely a plot, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's based on a book of poems, as far as I know.
Fantastic.
So,
yeah. Anyway, have we talked about cats long enough?
I think so.
I don't believe we have.
That's the thing.
Jason Derulo!
But there's not a lot in this. Like, it's just them running through the streets.
Yeah.
And then ripping up a pillow. And then.
Like a cat.
Like a cat.
Or a rat.
A rat would be more likely to do, wouldn't it? Just be in your pillowcase.
Yeah. Are there going to be people in it?
Well, we see. I think the opening shot is them running through an alleyway, and we see a car.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know but I don't think so because I don't know if humans figure in the plot of Cats the musical. So maybe I think it might be just like, shh, the humans are coming. Let's hide away and sing a song, you know?
But catnip
About catnip, exactly. Yeah.
Very good.
Anyway, it's wild stuff.
It is. It's the 80s are back also because Top Gun Maverick has a trailer.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise, we mentioned this yesterday, but looks incredible still.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah. If you were like, this came out in the 90s, I'd be like, yeah, it did.
Right.
It just looks like Tom Cruise from the 90s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you think he learned to fly a plane for this?
He did.
Right.
He actually did, yeah.
Like a proper fighter plane?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow.
He got his hours up. Again, I'm sorry to people at the live show, but that was 200 odd people. I guess so. Most people didn't hear me say this.
Yes.
And it may not have recorded also. But everything he does, he takes intense lessons for.
So, but do they just let anybody like fly a fighter jet?
Not anybody.
I mean, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
I think if you've got the money, then yes.
I guess that's probably
and it's
true.
it's good for the military as well.
Yeah.
you know?
Because normally, like, as I understand it, a lot of movie studios have a deal with the Army or the Navy or the Air Force where they go, okay, can we use some of your vehicles? We'll pay for the petrol and the maintenance and the whatever, the blanks that we fire or whatever.
And we'll take you all to see Cats.
Exactly.
The musical,
and then
not
they're
the
like,
movie.
well, you had us at Cats, we're in. But if you borrow a tank or whatever, like there's a military guy who drives the tank.
Yeah, right, okay.
Like
yeah.
it's mind-boggling to me. I mean, it makes sense just because it's Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Like I think Tom Cruise has probably done more for the Air Force than anyone.
Oh, 100.
Before or
Anybody
since.
ever.
Yeah, exactly. So like
Any real war hero.
yeah, it wouldn't. That's right. It wouldn't surprise. Like it makes sense that if they're going to let any Hollywood celebrity fly an actual multi-million-dollar fighter plane,
It would be Russell Crowe.
it'll be Russell Crowe, the greatest actor in the world. But if he was not available, then they would get Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But it's still wild to me that they're like, this stuff. It's filled with classified military secrets and whatever and technology.
Tom
and,
Cruise can keep a secret though, basically.
I imagine. Oh, he can. Yeah.
He's got so many secrets.
Boy, does he? Yeah. Yeah, he's got so many secrets but zero thetans. That's why he's got room for so many secrets.
That's right, he
'cause
can
he's got
fill them in there,
he's got
yeah.
no thetans.
He's full up
But
the
yeah, it's just still wild that they're like, yeah, you can
Yeah.
fly that.
Somebody pointed out as well that his jacket from the 80s, like it's the same jacket because you've seen put it on.
It's got more
They've-
patches?
They've changed the flags to appeal to like more foreign markets and things like that. I don't know the specifics of it, but it's
Okay.
something to do with China and I
Oh, right.
don't have it in front of me. But yeah, because
So
they want to market this in
So because
in
like
China.
in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, as we know, when Captain America's looking at his notepad of things that he has to catch up with, in the modern times, that was different for different countries.
Yes.
So are you saying that when this movie is shown in China, instead of an American flag at the back, it'll be a Chinese flag?
Correct, yeah.
And he's like, I'll fly for the Chinese Air Force. It's the best one.
He'd do it too.
Yeah, for sure.
And he'd keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Because he's got so many secrets.
And in Australia, it's just a VB logo.
Yeah, they wouldn't change it for us.
No, absolutely they wouldn't.
You get the China one, they'd say.
Yeah.
We don't even care. So also, he's hasn't progressed as a human being.
Yeah,
at all.
or in rank. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, well, he just loves to fly, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And when they were like, he's shot down the most planes ever, 3.
Is that
like,
a lot?
That seems not very good. But I know there's people who listen to this who are in the actual Air Force. That's probably amazing. It's
probably a bunch, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not, because I imagine like World War II, there's dogfighting in the air. That hasn't happened since.
Does he shoot them? But he shoots them down in the first Top Gun.
I think so, yeah.
That's the 3.
So he's just been coasting.
He's been coasting on those 3.
From what I remember from Top Gun is he goes between 2 planes and he tilts the plane and
he gives it a little wiggle waggle.
and he hits them on top of the plane.
Ah.
That's in Hot Shots, I believe.
Okay, right.
He like dogs them on the head. He does it. How do you explain that? What's that?
It's a wiggle waggle.
Wiggle waggle, yeah.
There's a technical term, and it's wiggle waggle.
It's wiggle waggle, yeah.
But the premise of this is that he could have been like a 2-star admiral or something
Yeah.
like this at this point, but he's still just a good old-fashioned Air Force captain.
That's
'Cause
right.
He loves to fly. He loves to get out there.
Yeah. He does. Ed Harris?
Ed Harris, yeah.
He's like, you should be me, Ed Harris. And he's
Yeah.
like, but I got too good hair to be you, Ed Harris. And it's like,
Ooh,
ooh,
burn.
And he does too.
That's true, he does.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit. Again, I haven't seen the original Top Gun in its entirety.
We'll do it for Caravan of Garbage.
Okay, let's
yeah.
do it. But it seemed that there's a lot of like. So I saw somebody on Twitter overlaid Danger Zone over the top
does.
of it, and it pretty much looks
course
like
it does,
an
yeah.
unironic sequel to Top
Apparently
Gun, which it is.
They're bringing back they got Kenny Loggins.
Oh,
to
right,
do
for a
some
new
stuff,
thing?
but yeah.
Huh.
Do you think it's a new thing?
It's tough to say, isn't it? Or
It's not a new thing.
Okay, great.
There's volleyball in this trailer.
Well, I was going to
It's not a
say,
new-
yeah.
There's no new
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I don't doubt he's going to jazz it up and do it for the Twitter era.
Yeah. Are we going to see Val Kilmer?
I believe he's in it because I think
Okay.
he retweeted it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jennifer Connelly is also in this, I think?
Yes, because I think the actress who played his love interest either doesn't act anymore. Also, because she's also 55, but she doesn't look like Tom Cruise 55. She looks
Yeah,
like a
right.
real 55. So they're probably like, well, we can't use.
Yeah. He needs a 27-year-old girlfriend for this.
Yeah.
So it looks age appropriate, you
That's
know?
right, exactly. Will Anderson said something funny about this yesterday that he looked up the cast of the original cast, and a lot of them have just died of natural causes.
Yeah, right.
And Tom
Yeah.
Cruise just looks the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
Good on him.
Anyway, the 90s are back. Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Oh, I didn't see the trailer for that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
So it's he was going to do Clerks 3.
Yep.
Which I would have been, I think, more interested in because I like both Clerks movies.
Yeah.
And I didn't like Jay and Silent Bob
Strikes
Strikes
Back.
Back.
I
Yeah.
think that movie's bad.
yeah.
I think that was maybe the first Kevin Smith movie I saw,
Really?
and it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, no, it absolutely wouldn't.
If you haven't seen all the other ones.
Yeah.
So what is this one about?
Uh,
Is it a literal reboot of the first Jay and Silent Bob Strike
Well,
Back, or is
so
it something else?
In the Jay and Silent Bob, the Strike Back, they go to Hollywood to stop a movie being made.
I know I've seen Jay and Silent Bob
I'm
Strike
telling
Back.
people who haven't
Okay,
seen
right.
it. And James Van Der Beek and the guy from Loser. No, what's his name? Jason Biggs.
Yes.
Played Jay and Silent Bob in the movies.
Yeah, right.
But in this one, the reboot, it's Val Kilmer and...
Oh, Val Kilmer is back.
Yeah, he is. And who plays Supergirl?
Oh, Melissa Benoist?
Yeah. And they make this Batman v Superman-esque version.
Blunt Man and Chronic.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So that's the idea. And Ben Affleck's in it, so him and...
Yeah, right.
Because we didn't know who was in the Batman, or the Batman-esque suit.
Yeah,
and when
right.
they were like, Ben Affleck is in this, I'm like, surely they wouldn't have got Ben Affleck to put this
Yeah, right.
on. And I think he's just in it. He
Yeah, right.
doesn't put on a suit because he'll never do that again.
Absolutely never.
Yeah.
No.
It's good that they're talking again, though, because
Yeah.
they didn't talk for a long time.
There's probably some sort of very specific kind of claustrophobia that you get if
yeah.
you're in a superhero movie, where it's like nobody can blindfold you for a birthday, like a surprise party or anything like that. You're like, I won't do it. What if I take the blindfold off and I'm in another Batman v Superman movie?
I'd rather be down a well.
Who's that cake? Is it the Joker? And then you attack the cake. You know?
Absolutely. Are you going to see this?
Probably, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. Like, I didn't particularly like... I've liked the Clerks movies and some of his other stuff. I haven't really watched or seen a lot of his
No.
most recent stuff.
Me neither. But I like him, and I
I like
his
he's
stories,
like him,
yeah.
and I kind of his work. I think I like that View Askew-universe stuff the most.
Yeah.
So I will probably I'll watch
I
this.
still want to see Red State.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can if you want to.
Then I will.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I think I watched the ending of Tusk and go, oh yeah, Walrus.
Oh, yeah.
Walrus Man.
Walrus Man,
I
yeah.
get it, yeah. I really do admire though that he just makes whatever he wants to
Yeah.
make. That's really cool. Yeah. I mean, what a position to be in.
Yeah. You're the Kevin Smith of podcasting in a way.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because I make recaps of Comic-Con videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you love them. You love everything. You just love everything.
I do love everything.
You're brought to tears by everything.
I am. Well, speaking of being brought
Yeah.
to tears, Kevin Smith.
You're always making weird tweets about your wife.
I am making weird tweets about my wife. Kevin Smith apparently said the final shot of Star Wars will melt your mind. And he said this because he was invited to the set and he went there. And people kept saying, you got to go see this set, this Star Wars set. And J.J. Abrams was like, if you see this, it'll spoil the ending of the movie and it'll melt your mind in the cinema. Do not spoil it for yourself. By the way, we're in Star Wars news, Mason.
Oh, no, you bloody snuck it in.
I've snuck it
I thought it was safe.
No, Mason.
I thought it was Snoochie Boochies.
You were not Snoochie Boochies.
This is the opposite of Snoochie Boochies.
Correct. So I'm just curious as to what this could be or what you think it could be. What do you think the ending of Star Wars could be? Do you think it's going to be a multi-generational thing?
What do you mean?
Like it's like, and Hayden Christensen's here, and the
Yeah,
Ewok
I don't know,
village
because
is here.
if he sees it on, if he saw it on set, I
Because
think
apparently it's just a set.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not a person. Or
Yeah,
anything.
right. But I think that like the idea that whatever the final scene is, it can't be too special effects heavy or like
Yes.
CGIing in ghosts of the past or what have you, because otherwise you'd go on the set and be like, oh, it's a blue screen.
Yeah,
cool.
that's right, yeah.
So it has,
It
to,
has to be
has to be a live thing.
Or
so-
like a known location.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, what would J.J. Abrams and Kevin Smith both...
Yeah.
What
Well,
would
Kevin
he-
Smith didn't see it.
Yeah.
So he didn't end up going. He's like,
Yeah.
you'll spoil it. So he didn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't. He
He didn't
decided
see it. He
against
decided
it.
not to.
Okay,
Yeah.
right,
He was
right.
advised not to.
Okay,
yeah.
right.
But all the crew was saying it's mind bending, and it better not be like the Statue of Liberty or something.
Yeah, right.
It's,
I hope it is. I hope it is so much. I think that would cause everybody to reassess like the new trilogy. Like, is there a lot?
I think for the worst.
No, that's what I'm. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think.
I mean, a lot of people hate it anyway. I don't.
Well,
but-
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I think, there are people who really like Force Awakens. There are people who think it's kind of average. There are people who really like The Last Jedi because it, upset the status quo. And there are people who hate it for the same
Yes.
reason. Like, imagine if the last scene in the Rise of Skywalker, everybody wakes up in New York. And they're just regular New Yorkers now, and they were playing Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, like Space Dungeons and Dragons. They were playing Star Wars the RPG,
Right.
like the old one, and then they go outside and there's the Statue of Liberty or whatever, and Darth Vader's hanging off it, swinging a lightsaber or whatever. Then I think people,
Or whatever. Yeah.
then I think people who hated The Last Jedi would be like, now that I think about it, I kind of would prefer this as opposed to what we just had. But that even feels a bit J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Like, just to have it, just subvert our expectations for the purposes of it and just leave a million gates open.
You had a fear that as you were watching The Force Awakens, I remember that they were going to go to Earth at the end.
Was I? Yeah, that's it.
I remember from the episode you said where they go down to Luke's island, and you were like, "Are
Oh,
they
yeah,
doing Earth?"
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and you were like, "Oh no!" Darth Vader's swinging off
Swinging
the statue,
along, yes,
of
woo!
and they just go, and it's also the Planet of the Apes universe, all right?
That's right, yeah.
It's that one as well.
Yeah.
The old one, the Charlton Heston one.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Not a bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See the trailer for The Witcher?
No.
It's The Witcher.
Nice.
It looks really good.
Ooh.
Henry Cavill says he's in the best shape of his life, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
Because he got abs for the Immortals.
He's probably got like a double V.
Definitely.
Like two
He's got a
layers
set
of
of abs on his back.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks really great. I wish I could say more about it. I don't know this universe.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you know what? I'm the biggest fan.
Oh my
of- no,
God.
I can't go down that road
No.
again.
No,
Because
that's-
I'm trapped in it forever.
Yeah.
But I've been meaning to play the video games, and this is apparently more based off the books. And
Okay.
yeah, and people recognize all the swords and all the spells. And
People,
all the people.
look, all I
Yeah.
know is there was some footage out, and people are upset that he only had one sword.
Yep.
When in the games he had two swords, but then it's people who are fans of the books were like, well, he only gets one of the swords out for special occasions, and
There you
otherwise
go.
he's just got one sword.
Well, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, because one's a special sword for killing special people, and one's a regular sword for killing regular people.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean by special people?
Like ghosts or something, or ghasts, or witches. I don't know. Geists.
Guys, yeah, that makes you know everything about the Witcher.
I do, don't I?
Yes, there you go. Snowpiercer also had a trailer.
Oh,
We're back in, We're back in trailers. ahoy.
It's a double Jennifer Connelly, double Val Kilmer potentially week.
Boy, is it.
Yeah.
And so it just looks like a retelling of the movie or a prequel. I don't think so.
I don't know
Is it?
either.
Yeah.
I guess you
I like
could
Snowpiercer
you
a
could
lot.
figure it because I don't know because I think in the trailer for this they say there's 3,000 people on the train.
Yeah, right.
So I guess you could figure out if it's a prequel or a sequel or unrelated.
Yeah.
Depending on how many people are on the train in the movie.
That's true. And in the movie, they're like, we've been on this. In this, they're like, we've been on the train for 6 years. But in the movie, it feels like it's been decades, maybe.
Yeah, right, right,
Because
right.
Chris Evans grew up on the train.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
so-
this is probably I suppose I would imagine this is unrelated,
Yeah.
but if it isn't, it's a prequel.
I feel like they're going to run out of train carriages at some point. Like we've
Well,
seen
that's
all
true. Yeah,
there's
because
six carriages.
We've got a school carriage. We've
Yeah.
got a nightclub carriage. We've got a poor people carriage.
Just one for drugs.
Drug carriage.
Just drugs.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go.
Mm.
I don't understand this universe in terms of this is your answer to the end of the world? A train?
A train? Where's it going? Just going around?
I think it just goes around.
Huh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But I will watch this.
And sometimes you're like, oh, we should stop off at the... Oh, it's still going.
yeah.
Well, see you in 5 years.
Yeah, that's right. But also remember, it's a metaphor for the class system, isn't it?
Oh, I guess it is, yeah.
No, it is.
Oh, it is, okay.
Do you guess it is, though?
Like that movie where the building is a metaphor for the class system? Remember that one?
Skyscraper?
No, I think Tom Hiddleston's in it.
Oh, the night manager?
Mate,
that's not the one, yeah.
I don't know.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
And then everybody goes crazy. Remember that one?
I haven't seen it yet. Is it
also
good?
I haven't seen it also. I'm just basing that on the trailer.
You know what that is though? If you turn that building on its side, put wheels on it, you got your train movie,
train,
you got
yeah.
Snowpiercer.
Exactly, that's right, yeah. That's what they should call it. They should call it whatever movie was the one with a class system in a building, but turn it on its side. That's Snowpiercer. That's Snowpiercer, baby.
Westworld 2 also got another trailer. Westworld Season 3, sorry.
Yeah, that's
Got
right.
Another
Yeah.
trailer. Jeffrey Wright, who wants to stop
Dolores,
maybe.
Yep.
Because she's out in the world making robots and making trouble.
Here's the thing, though. I can't remember what happened in the end of season 2.
I'll recap it for you.
Okay.
She escaped. Tandy Newton went back into Westworld to find her daughter.
But didn't
Shogun World.
didn't in the last season, didn't Dolores upload her mind into Tessa Thompson's, like a clone of Tessa Thompson's body?
Yeah, something like
but
that.
But in this trailer, we see Dolores and Tessa Thompson separate. So is there a second?
But is Tessa Thompson a robot in this? In the show in general? Because I don't remember anymore.
She wasn't original. See,
Isn't
that's
there a real
insane.
version of her?
There was original. There was a real version because she was like one of the Westworld executives. She was one of the parent company's executives, and she went into Westworld. And if I remember correctly, and there's no guarantee
assess
that
the
I do.
dongs, I believe.
Yes, that's right, dong assessor.
Yeah.
But then, if I remember correctly, and there's no guarantee that I do, she was. They built like a replica version of her, and then Dolores put her brain into that
to
body.
trick do a thing.
So does that? But I can't remember if Tessa Thompson's character lives or dies.
Yeah.
So, but we seem to see both of them in the real world.
Yeah.
So whether Dolores it seems to be because we also we see the first appearance of Aaron Paul's character.
Yes.
In scenes with Dolores.
Yes.
As real Dolores.
Yeah.
So it would suggest to me that maybe she gets another body made.
I think she got another body made anyway before the end of season 2 and leaves
right.
in that.
Yeah, right.
Aaron Paul apparently represents like the side of humanity, which is most of humanity, the people who just don't go to Westworld.
Oh, yeah,
Because
right.
Most people clean windows or whatever, which is
for sure.
whatever
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I think this looks great.
Yeah.
And I found season 2 a bit hit or miss.
Yeah,
There were some
right.
really great episodes.
The scene with the Native American.
Yeah, that is such a... That you could watch that on its own. It's like a short movie.
Yeah, right.
An hour-long movie?
Yeah.
Is that short enough for a movie
It's a
for
short,
you?
yeah.
So there
like
you go.
Dumbo. That was about that long.
Was it the new one or the old one?
The old one.
I hate
Yeah.
Dumbo.
Yeah, me too.
All versions.
Anyway, I'm as confusing as it gets. I really enjoy, and maybe it's gonna collapse in on itself because of its complexity or its
Yeah.
seeming complexity. But I love the idea of this. They took the premise of the original movie and they went, okay, there's so many factors here. There's the machines gaining sentience, and there's people who've built them as an experiment to create real sentient, a new life form. But there's people who just want to use the technology for military weapons, and they want it. And everybody's got an angle, and there's people hacking into the system, and some people are real, and some people are not real.
Do you love it?
I love it.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I'm just checking the levels. I think we're
Okay.
fine. I don't
Good
want to
levels?
lose this episode.
Yeah.
But
Me
yeah,
neither.
I'm glad I went back though because I checked. There's more TV news.
Okay,
Let's
hang
keep
on.
going.
Do I have any more Westworld thoughts though? I wonder. No, looks good.
What's his name's back? Harris.
Ed Harris is back,
Ed Harris,
the man in black.
It's
Yeah.
an Ed Harris week, isn't it?
Now he's man in white.
And also maybe a robot from the end of last season. Remember they wake him up and he's like, I'm here. And they're like, you're here for a test. And he's like, am I a fucking robot?
That's
Am I
right.
a
Yeah.
Goddamn robot.
Yeah. See, I'm enjoying that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to rewatch the first 2 seasons before I get into this.
I will
Otherwise,
not. I will watch the 10-minute recap.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead movies. You thought they were coming to AMC, didn't you?
No.
You're an idiot,
I had
Mason.
no thoughts about this whatsoever. I don't care.
I'm glad we went back because I need you to tell me whether you think they're going to theaters or not.
No.
They are, Mason.
What?
Yes.
This is staggering news to me. So there's going to be more than one Walking Dead movie.
They're doing 3 Rick Grimes movies because he left The Walking Dead.
Yep.
And now they're doing Rick Grimes movies.
But still set in the world of The Walking Dead.
Yes, but he's
and
off
not
somewhere
prequels?
else. No. Side calls. to
Okay,
The Walking
side
Dead.
calls, right. Are these happening? Because the Walking Dead comic book is done, right?
Yes, I believe so.
But
Well, no, it
you
is.
know for sure. But the Walking Dead TV show is still going.
It will never stop.
So these are going to be operating concurrently with the Walking Dead TV series.
I assume so, but I don't
there's
think
2,
I don't
right?
think Rick's gonna meet up with too many people from the main continuity because he's got a daughter there. Because otherwise he'd be like, "Well, I'm gonna stay with my daughter." aren't I?"
exactly, yeah.
Unless he takes his daughter with him,
Right.
Which makes sense to me.
But also,
Who cares?
if you've never seen The Walking Dead, as I pretty much haven't, you'd be like, who are any of these characters?
I'm not gonna see this.
Aren't you? Wow.
No.
Giving up
I
on
think
them.
Yeah, a long time ago.
I remember, yeah.
I think I've said this before, it looks great. It's really well cast.
Mm-hmm.
The performances are really good. I love a cowboy hat. You know that,
Yeah,
Mason.
uh-huh.
But just no good.
No good?
It's not good.
What if you hear that the first one really redeems everything?
If people say it's amazing, independent of the show, I will go and see it.
Okay. Right.
Or wait.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're not doing an episode on this, what I'm saying.
Okay,
Mason.
there we go.
Maybe we
Perfect.
will.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's time to unhold those horses, Mason.
Oh my God, I've been holding these horses for however long it's been. From the start of the episode to whenever you put the ad in, I don't know, because I don't listen to the show.
To us, it's mere moments.
Mm-hmm.
But to listeners,
Feels like hours.
yes.
Is it hours?
Potentially in this episode.
Wow.
Movement watches.
Love them.
But should I say movement sunglasses?
You should. That's what the ad's about.
That's right, because all of their sunglasses.
Like, you could just swap out watches and sunglasses in the edit. That's what it sounded like. Because all their sunglasses.
Their styles come with polarized lens option, so you never have to worry about that harsh summer light.
That's great for work. If you're working man outside.
I cannot go outside without sunglasses, whether it be rain, hail, shine.
Because you're too famous?
I'm too famous. That's right. Baseball cap, sunglasses, fake beard,
Yes.
open-toed shoes, cargo shorts.
Nice.
3/4 length.
Nice.
Bintang singlet.
Wow.
Someone could mock that up. That'd be great.
If it's cold t-shirt that's just got like, I hate my wife on it. You know, one of those?
I know.
Yeah.
The pair that I just got are actually called the Rex with the tortoiseshell frames. They're amazing. You can put them with any outfit.
I mean, you can certainly put them with the outfit you were describing.
Yes, that's
but also
right.
a good outfit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're really great. They're the only pair that I wear now. My other pair are like my put in the car, get them bloody scratched up. Bloody sunglasses now. Do you know what I mean, mate? But these ones, I love them. Keep them in the case, go outside, whack them on, singlet, cargo shorts. You know what I mean? The whole
Absolutely.
deal. What about you?
I got the Navigator most recently. Silver frame, blue lens. Real
Very
nice.
slick.
Very slick. It's like a square kind of aviator. I feel like Tom Cruise.
Oh, wow.
In the new movie, Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun loser, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a loser. No, good on him.
Movement sunglasses start at just $60 with no pair pricing over $95. So you're guaranteed to find a style that you'll love with quality that doesn't break the bank. And the reason that they do that is, of course, they cut out the middleman. They've got the build of a very expensive sunglasses, but because you're not buying them from a retail store.
They feel
come
good.
straight
They're
to you.
solid.
Do. They really do. And they've also sold over 2.5 million products across 160 countries, and their collections are always expanding. If you want 15% off today with free shipping and free returns,
I do.
Go to mvmt.com/weeklyplanet. See why movement keeps growing. Check out their expanding collection. Go to mvmt.com/weeklyplanet. Join the movement.
Please do.
Now for the big event of the week.
Oh.
It's your birthday, Mason.
Thank you.
Double birthdays. No,
Oh
it's
my
not.
God. Oh.
You wish.
Yeah.
You wish it was your birthday.
I do.
Do you?
No. Got everything I need.
Podcasts.
Podcasts. Monster Energy Drink.
What flavor?
Pipeline Punch.
Looks awful.
It is.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Shouldn't drink that.
No, I have
You'll
It's
die.
too late.
Yeah,
Too late to drink the whole thing.
You
I'm
have
going to
drunk
have one more sip.
Don't do it! What if that killed you? Your heart just went, that's enough.
That's enough.
Bang.
If I was spared one more drop in the next 24 hours, I would have lived. But I did not.
Marvel Phase 4.
Yes.
They've revealed a slate of 11
Woo!
movies.
Are we in Comic-Con? We're in
We
Comic-Con
are.
mode. Woo!
I mean, also, I should point out, a lot of the previous things were Comic-Con.
They also were.
But some things were just released.
Yeah.
And I couldn't keep track of what was
Yeah.
Comic-Con and what
Yeah.
wasn't.
We're not smart people.
We're not. So Marvel Phase 4, overall, do you want to give it a woo or do you want to wait for the end, for the overall wooness?
I think I'll wait to the end for overall wooness.
Makes
yeah.
sense to me. They didn't announce them necessarily in the order that they came out. They skipped over Black Widow and went straight to Eternals.
Oh, yeah.
For November 2020, Chloe Zhao is directing Immortals Are on Earth, Among Humans, Protecting Them. We've got a series of videos, don't we, Mason, where
How
we're
long
talking
have
about
we
them.
do? How long have they been there, I wonder?
35,000 years,
Huh.
I believe.
Probably should have done more during like Infinity War and Endgame and
I
stuff.
agree.
Maybe they were though. We don't know yet.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Just want to point out as well that Mitch and Ben and Matt have been editing all these videos together. There's 11 in total, and they're about 3 minutes each.
Thanks, Mitch and Matt and Ben.
They're doing a great job.
Yeah.
So if you want like short explainers for all of these characters, they're all up there.
Mhm. Also, we did them very late last night.
Oh,
so
we don't know what's happening.
if you want a very rambly explainer,
Yeah.
if you're like I don't know,
But
really
in 3
understand
minutes
what's happening.
somehow.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Cast includes Richard Madden, Angelina Jolie, Kamal Nanjiani, Salma Hayek, Brian Tyree Henry, Dong Soek Ma. Again, I said that wrong like I did in the video. But what a cast.
Good cast.
What a bloody idea for a movie. It's based on Neil Gaiman's run.
Run. Yep.
Have you read that? It's 2006,
No,
I
no,
believe.
I haven't, no.
Yeah. I'll talk about it in What Are We Reading? but
Please
I'm
do.
currently reading it
All right.
at the moment.
They released a cast photo that
Yes.
makes them look like the cast of Blossom or some sort of
Yeah.
90s.
It's very
90s
strange,
sitcom,
isn't it? Yeah.
They're all they're not in costume or anything.
No.
And they're not even like in a black background, like looking all stoic. It's just like a white background and they're all in chairs wearing
Yeah.
like polo shirts. Like, hey,
We're
it's
your
the
Eternals.
Hello.
There are some people that haven't been cast. It
Got a
seems
flower
like.
in my hat.
That's right. There's some villains and some other Eternals which are going to show up, which...
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, they probably have been cast, but I don't think they've revealed every person from every main player yet. Who got the biggest cheer? Richard Madden, would you say? Angelina Jolie?
Kumail Nanjiani.
He got a pretty big cheer.
Oh, yeah.
He mentioned that he'd been to Comic-Con like 8 times, and this was the only time he'd gotten to Hall H.
Oh.
Or All H.
All H, yes. That's right.
Because, you know, he was a podcasting guy and a stand-up comedian guy, and now he's a big A-lister.
Yes.
He's moved up in the world. How did he do it? Acting.
That's right.
You too could do it too, Mason.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
How excited on a scale of 1 to 10 are you for this one?
I'm very excited. So 8.
Ah!
Nice.
What do you
I
got?
was going to save all my Marvel woos till the end.
Okay, fair enough.
Conserving them.
Conserve your energy.
Conserving my woos.
Next up we have
But it looks good. I want to see some cosmic. I just want to see some zappies.
Yeah.
People zapping.
Zapping
Some
about.
zaps.
Because these guys are based on Greek mythology and various mythologies, aren't they?
Yeah. And they've all got crazy powers. I
Yeah.
just want to see some crazy powers operating in the street. I mean, that being said, like I imagine it's going to be comic book accurate because we're at that point where they don't need to hold anything back anymore.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, like, because they're all spectacularly powerful. You know, some more so in different ways than others.
Yeah.
But it's like they're all of that in the comic book. They're all of that level of like, unless you destroy them down to the molecule, they'll just come back to life.
Yeah.
So
And steal your breakfast.
steal your breakfast, exactly.
Yeah.
Unless they're less powerful in the Neil Gaiman version.
Some of them are.
Okay.
I'm not all the way through it, but there's some that don't know that they're Eternals.
Oh, right. Okay.
One's been captured. I mentioned this video, but one's been captured by the mob and they're trying to kill him, but he's Icarus. So
Oh, yeah,
they're
right.
just doing a series of tortures and things to try
see
and
what'll
kill him,
work,
see
right,
what'll
nothing
work,
will
and
work,
It keeps
okay.
regenerating.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I think what I love about this, and I think about all of them, is a couple of things. First of all, there's a really good diverse range of actors in these and directors.
Yeah, right.
And there hasn't seemingly been that much backlash about that yet, but I haven't really looked, so I'm sure it's there.
Yeah.
But also, they're doing some real weird stuff.
That's true.
I don't think there's anything from here that truly blew my mind in terms of announcements, except for maybe the last one.
Oh.
But there's announcements within the properties that I'm like, that's a very interesting wrinkle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Shang Chi, for example, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
But the Falcon and Winter Soldier, I mean, it's that. Do we need to know anything more about? Oh, Daniel Bruhl's back.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's going to have the purple mask.
That's cool.
Yeah, is it?
Now, how do we know that again?
They showed some footage.
They showed some footage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Huh. That's cool.
You said it was cool.
Yeah.
But you said it was
is
cool.
Is he putting on the mask with the little crown bit?
I
wonder?
wish I knew, Mason.
Yeah.
If anyone's got that, send it
Yeah.
over our way.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please
the
do.
mask, we want to wear it, don't
Yeah,
we?
that's right.
Yeah. So is this the first show that's coming out? Yeah. Fall 2020, I believe. Yeah. So there you go. So that's coming out early next year.
Yeah, nice.
What's that, early?
But I'm looking forward to them being cool buddies. That'd be
Or
nice.
is it the end of the year?
Fall. No, that's third.
Because that'd be spring here.
Yes.
So it would be towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, they are going to be buddies, but also enemies. Do you think they'll both be a Captain America at one point?
Like simultaneously.
No, they can't both be Captain America, but at different points. They'll be like, no, I'll be Captain America, you have a nap.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned in the video as well, one is superpowered and one is not.
That's true.
So hopefully that plays in some capacity. I don't really have much else to say about this one because we kind of knew it was coming and
Yeah.
they didn't really reveal, other than the Zemo thing, there's not
Yeah,
really
yeah.
much.
But I think they're both strong enough to carry the series, and
Yeah, definitely.
And I just want to see them interact. That's fun.
I understand that.
I don't really care what the series is about, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I hope the first 5 minutes is them going, okay, who wants this shield? Falcon, all right, you're Captain America. Now let's just do the show.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
The show that we're in.
Yeah, let's just do the show
Disney
we're in.
Plus, everybody.
Yeah, mhm.
Thanks for subscribing.
Yeah.
Then we had Shang Chi, where
Yes.
they cast Simu Liu. He was cast on Tuesday. They put out this massive casting call for an actor of Chinese descent who has martial arts abilities, which I think is a good way to go because sometimes they hire people who can't do martial arts very well or don't give them enough time to.
Yes.
I'm talking about Iron Fist, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've been looking at some videos of this guy like on YouTube and Twitter or whatever. He can do your backflips and your kicks and all those kinds of things.
Great.
He's the real deal,
The real
Mason.
deal. I love it.
Yeah, and there's also some tweets from him asking, like, calling out to Marvel, being like, "I'll be Shang-Chi. Let me do
All
it."
right.
Like a year ago.
Did he do the bottle cap challenge?
I don't think he did.
Wow.
Do you think he could do it?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he should have done it by now to prove his chops
That's true.
and his kicks.
Karate chops.
Yes, his karate chops, exactly.
Could
Yes.
you do the bottle cap challenge?
No.
Why not?
Can't lift my leg that high.
And spin?
Can't do that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's
Don't
all.
know what a bottle is. So, I mean,
You're in a rock and a hard place, aren't you?
Exactly,
Do you think
yeah.
some people have it in a vice?
Oh,
Hold
yeah,
the bottle
absolutely.
up?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't believe that you couldn't kick a bottle sitting on a table with a tight bottle cap on it, could you? Could you, Mason?
No, I think people can.
I don't believe that.
Donnie ended it blindfolded. What have you done lately? Made a podcast?
No, I didn't even do that.
Yeah.
I guess this counts as a podcast, doesn't it?
I think it does, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We're doing it.
Aquafina's in it.
We're doing the podcast challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they cast the Mandarin, the real Mandarin, because the
Oh,
subtitle...
they have cast the Mandarin.
Yeah.
Do we know who it is?
Yes, there's an actor called Tony Chiu Wei Leung.
I shouldn't have asked you to
So-
say that.
I know. Why did you do that to me? I was
Sorry.
avoiding it on purpose. But
You know, there's ways that we should figure out how to pronounce these.
I do. I look at them phonetically and I write them
Okay.
phonetically and I still can't do it.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I'm
Okay.
trying, Mason.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But he's, so it's because it's called, what is it? Something in the 10 rings?
Yeah.
Too many rings, 10 rings, 10 rings, come step right up. Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called, yeah.
Yeah. So it's an Iron Man sequel in a way.
In a way, yeah.
Because
or as we mentioned, I think that they're increasing the
And the Legend of the
interconnectivity of
Ten
all
Rings.
the different shows and movies and stuff to be like
we're sorry about Guy Pearce, all right?
right, exactly. So traditionally the Mandarin has 10 rings of power, alien technology that he got from alien dragons.
Yes.
And which has always bugged me a little bit
Why is that?
because
Why would they give them to him?
no, he steals them because the ship crashes.
Yeah, good.
But how are they going to fit on alien dragons?
Do they shrink?
I don't know. I don't think they ever did.
Do you think they're not going to do the alien dragon thing?
Oh, what if they
surely?
did?
Do you think they really
What if they
will?
showed up Iron Fist in every conceivable way? They're like good martial arts, magic, lasers. Also, you see Fin Fang Foom with his big purple underpants. You know?
He does have purple underpants.
Yeah, because that's the race of dragons.
Yeah.
From which the Mandarin gets his rings.
Do you think they'll finally do a dragon in a Marvel? Oh, they did one in Thor. But
That's
they'll finally do the Fin Fang Foom
I hope so.
mystical magical dragon. Because that one in Thor is just like a demon more than
Yeah.
a demon dragon. But you want to... Does Fin Fang Foom talk?
Yeah.
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 So you want that one like, hello,
Yep, I do.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. And here's the
Have
thing-
you done the bottle cap challenge as of yet?
Coward. I can do it. I'm big, but I'll do it with a little bottle. I'm so skilled. I'll do it with one of those little bottles you find in a hotel room in the minibar. What's interesting because I was in a Uniqlo the other day.
Yes.
And they always have like Marvel themed T-shirts, and they have one that just says
Always?
most of the time.
Wow.
And they have just one that said Fin Fang Foom on it, and I'm like, that's an odd choice.
That's it?
Yeah,
That's all it said?
It didn't even have a picture of Fin Fang Foom on
Is
it.
he from another thing? Is he from like as a real legend or something?
No, I don't think so. But I thought that was an odd choice. But that would if they're gonna subtly normalize the universe to a big green alien dragon with purple underpants called Fin Fang Foom.
Yes.
Just started off in the Marvel section of Uniqlo. I
Not a
guess.
bad idea, Mason.
Right?
Or do you think they just went, can we just have, what do you got? We'll just do
maybe that's true. What are you
Yeah.
never going to use because it's too stupid? What can we have for cheap?
I mean, do you think they're going to do the big dragon for real?
I hope so.
It feels like the era when they'd be brave enough to do it, I believe.
I think so
Yeah.
too. Yeah. And again, we've already seen a dragon.
We've seen a dragon, haven't we? They
Mm-hmm.
just use that dragon. We don't care. Paint it green or whatever, put some jocks on it.
So, yeah,
Don't care, do
that's
we?
right. Yeah. Mhm, yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to see this.
Me too.
10 Rings of Power.
10 Rings of Power. They do different things. One shoots ice, one shoots magic, one shoots bananas. Yeah.
Yep.
Next up is WandaVision. Long Division. What would you
Still
prefer?
keeping that name.
What would you prefer? Long Division? Doing some Long Division? Is this a good joke? Wait for it. Or the
Yes.
TV series,
Yes.
WandaVision.
I mean, it is a good joke. I mean, we've done it every single time this has come up.
Thank you.
So now it's a running joke? We know jokes.
We know
We know jokes. We've seen a joke or two in the wild.
This one's a bit away, spring of 2021, but I
Yep.
guess because they have to put that makeup on.
Yeah.
Takes a while. And then they got to CGI it off or whatever they do.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, I mean, I guess they throw a lot of money at this stuff, but is this the point where they go, just just show up in whatever and we'll CGI it over the top.
That's a very good question.
You know?
We'll have to ask Paul Bettany.
Are they going to cut any corners for these shows?
I don't think
wonder.
they're cutting a single corner.
Yeah, right.
I think they're going to be mostly limited series,
Yep.
but they're going to be like 8-hour movies or whatever.
Okay, right.
But I
Okay.
don't know that.
That's true,
That's
you
what I
don't.
think.
Yeah,
Is that a
okay.
good joke? I know jokes.
Yeah, you know jokes. That was such a good joke.
Apparently, the Scarlet Witch will appear in name, so I think we're going to get that costume with the headband and the.
Really?
I believe. So. I don't know that. I think that's what that means, though.
Oh, that's a good joke you've just done.
I know jokes.
But I mean, under what context does she get the head thing?
Well, apparently it's like reality jumping, so it could be she jumps into a very
reality.
comic book.
Yeah, comic book kind of universe.
Universe,
I guess
whatever,
because look,
yeah.
we've heard rumors and speculation that this is going to be a kind of a sitcom style world, or
Yeah,
even that it's
like a
going
1950s one.
yeah,
Yeah.
or it's going to even evolve through the years into different sitcom styles and genres, like to make it look like a it's a fun family show with some dark undertones,
Sure.
bouncing through reality. It's a Legion kind of show.
Yes.
So maybe we do get a universe where she is or they are like the 1960s. 70s version.
Yeah, right.
Where they lead an idyllic home life and then they're like, well, now it's off to adventure, and she puts on
The thing.
the traditional Scarlet Witch comic book costume, maybe.
The pointed hat.
The pointed hat,
on the
yeah,
end,
pointed hat in there, yeah.
That's right.
And maybe again this is leading up to another property we'll talk about in a little bit. This might be a point where her powers evolve more into less into
Guns.
guns exactly. I'm not using this magic anymore. I'm using guns. Or like she evolves more from like telekinesis and
Yeah.
vague mind powers to now she can use magic.
Open realities and
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So maybe.
Interesting. It is set after Endgame, and Monica Rambeau is going to be in it, who's the daughter of
Maria Rambeau.
Maria Rambeau, who
Very
we saw
cool.
from
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah,
And
right.
I think that, again, speaks to these are really interconnected.
Yes.
Like with the movies and TV shows are now the same thing.
Yeah.
They're wrapping up Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., aren't they? 7 seasons or something like that?
Something like that,
Coming
yeah.
to an end. And what else is running other than that?
TV wise.
Yeah.
Just Agent Carter series, but only in my head.
Oh,
Yeah, just
how's it going?
Agent Carter fanfics. Really good.
I heard it dropped off.
No.
Really?
No, it did drop off. In my imagination, it dropped off for 2 seasons.
That's
now it's
what I'm
back.
saying. Yeah, it's back, though? Oh, good.
Yeah. Don't even worry about it.
Can I see it?
No, absolutely not.
Next up, we've got the Loki TV series.
The ratings aren't good.
Really?
It's 1.
You should cancel it.
No, I won't. I'm too invested in it now.
In spring of 2021. It's alternate dimension Avengers Endgame escapes with the Tesseract Loki.
So it's Loki from the timeline of the first Avengers movie. So he hasn't been killed in Endgame.
No.
But he hasn't evolved as a character from the original Avengers.
Correct.
He's just escaped into the universe with the Space Stone.
That's right.
Yes.
And what does he think of it? He
thinks it's
likes
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And there is people are saying like, well,
Oh, people are saying.
I've seen
Yes.
some comments that are like, well, you lose all these character development and things like that. But also you can kind of take this in any direction, which I also think is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will he run into Thor? Probably.
Probably.
Probably right.
Will he run into the back of Thor?
Probably.
And you can just see a cape and you're like,
Yeah.
it's probably Thor. I mean, he doesn't say anything. Or
Yeah. But there's probably abs under that.
You know what? He's probably
Cape.
going to do a fair bit of sneaking behind a Thor.
Yeah, right.
Sneaking behind a stuntman dressed as Thor with some canned audio from previous Thor movies put over the top. I mean, they are paying
This
a
is
lot
a
of...
very dark world.
Yeah, exactly. No. Bloop, 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 bloop. I think they're going to have to cut some corners somewhere. And I think paying Chris Hemsworth $10 million to be in this is probably...
But maybe they get him on set.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they're all filming in the same
Well, I guess,
time and place
and I
or
think
whatever.
maybe one of the other reasons that these are all becoming so interconnected is they sign everybody up for 10 movies now.
Yes.
Or 10 properties.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, look, do you want to get out of this early? Well, you're in Loki now. You're in Loki for a scene. Here we go. This
You
counts.
want out?
Yeah.
You got to do a TV show.
You got to do a TV show, yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, your brother Chad Hemsworth is on a TV show. You think you're better than Chad Hemsworth? He's in Westworld.
That's right.
Yeah. So there you go. Also, they mentioned that Tom Hiddleston came on stage again, not dressed as Loki. They said the last thing that happened to him was...
Or did he, though? I mean, he looked like...
Yeah, but he could be anybody.
Could be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a goatee, but Loki could have a goatee.
He could have a goatee.
Yeah.
That's one of his tricks.
Yeah, it really is. He knows jokes. But the last thing that happened to him apparently was that he got smashed by the Hulk. And so
that's true.
he's very upset.
Yes.
As you would be.
Yeah.
It's amazing he's alive. Next up, we've got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse Madness. I love the name. It's the second best name of this series.
Besides WandaVision?
No. The Thor. I like the Thor.
Oh, yeah,
8,
right. Uh-huh.
So that's May 2021. Scott Derrickson is directing what is said to be the scariest Marvel movie. I mean, we also
I'm so spooked already.
We also Iron Man 2. God, am I no jokes.
Yeah, you know jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still PG-13.
Okay.
Dimensional hopping.
Yes.
Scary for Doctor Strange. What does that mean to a Doctor Strange? Because he's been trapped in time forever and he disintegrated.
That's true,
So
yeah.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
Is he got a weakness? His hands, obviously.
Yep, uh-huh.
What else?
Um,
Big laser blasts?
Yeah, if you shot him with a big laser blast, I reckon that'd do him in.
Yeah. What if his cape turned on him? Just choked him out.
Yep.
Just wrapped around his head.
That's true, yeah. Yeah.
Just cut off his windpipe.
Yep.
Killed him.
It'll be, yeah.
I would be afraid of that cape.
What if you made it mad, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true, because you don't even know what a cape likes.
What is it?
Do you want it to...
What is it, though?
Yeah. I mean,
Is it a man trapped in a cape?
No, I don't think it is. Do you have to spend time with the cape?
Yeah.
If you were like, I'm going to watch some TV and you sat down, would you be like, should I invite the cape to watch TV? Because if I don't, maybe it'll smother me in my sleep.
Does the cape want to watch The Cape? The TV
Oh,
show The
yeah,
Cape?
that's right.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Does it want to watch Project Runway?
Good question.
Does it only want to watch clothing-based shows?
We don't
Or does
know.
it not want to watch that? Like maybe you'll like this, won't you? And it can't communicate. And then
Yeah.
it smothers you in your sleep because it's like, I'm sick of this. You know? But I think it would also probably take the remote from you. and
Yeah,
switch to
slap it
whatever
out of your
wants.
heads or whatever. Yeah,
so-
absolutely. That's interesting questions about the cape. Do you think we'll get any cape answers?
No.
Mm.
No.
It's just a cape.
Yeah, it's just his sidekick, I
Yeah.
guess.
I do like how the cape, though, helps him out when he's like knocked out and when he's been kidnapped and the cape works with Tony Stark.
No, that's true, yeah.
Like they work together. Yeah. But again, what's the cape up to?
Yeah, right, exactly. That's what needs a sitcom.
Yes.
The cape.
The cape, yeah. Scarlet Witch will appear in this series and it will link directly to her TV series, which again makes me think her series is going to also deal with the multiverse and various visions and time periods because the Vision is dead. And
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
but what if he was in a sweater vest in the 50s or whatever?
That's right, yeah.
So there you go.
Mm.
Again, more crossover stuff. Next up, What If?
Oh!
And What If, Mason? They made
Yes.
an animated series with Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher, and they cast pretty much everybody who had ever been in a Marvel movie in a universe where other things happened.
You're
pointed
contracted to 10 movies.
but the animated movies don't count.
All right,
I'd
wow.
imagine.
Uh-huh.
So, should I list the cast? It's just everyone.
Yeah, sure.
Except
Highlights?
Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. Well, yeah, like Chris Hemsworth.
But do you think there might be a surprise
Natalie
appearance?
Portman.
Do you think there might be a surprise appearance from Chris
There could
Evans?
be, because if they're doing the Peggy Carter is Captain America,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you'd probably get some Chris Evans for that, right?
Well, as we noticed in the What If logo, if you zoom in,
You
there's
noticed.
there's
You
a lot of
spotted this,
surprise. There's a
yeah.
lot of little surprises. We see a Captain America zombie.
Yep.
We see a like a chest emblem, like a Union Jack one.
Hmm.
We see all sorts of other bits and pieces. So again, that might be a Captain Britain
Yeah.
logo, but it also might be
Peggy Carter.
Peggy
is-
Carter gets the super
Yeah.
soldier serum and becomes Captain Britain
Stanley
or
Tucci's
Union
in it.
Jack or
Stanley Tucci's in it.
Yeah.
Who does he play?
Well, Stanley Tucci was the Doctor. He
In-
was Erskine in Captain America 1.
He was too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Neil McDonough. Who does he play in the
He's
MCU?
Dum Dum Dugan.
He is too. There's some
Little-
people that I've
Mr. Little
just forgotten were in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Chris Sullivan?
Don't know who that is.
Me neither. I'm going to look that up.
Please do. He might be another Howling Commando. Or a senator. Or a doctor.
Chris Sullivan.
Or a
he's
technician.
Taserface.
Oh, he's Taserface.
There
Taserface is
you
back.
go.
Okay, well, there's a Guardians.
Yeah, because Karen Gillan's in there. Paul Rudd. They got Michael Douglas.
Ooh.
So maybe they're going to do some 1960s Ant-Man-y stuff as
Yeah,
well.
right.
But,
That'd be cool.
Jane Foster is back as well.
Yes.
So Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
She's got a real name, doesn't she?
Well, they might do what if the Wasp was not lost in the quantum realm?
Yeah.
That might be, and then we could have
What if Michael Douglas was locked in the...
oh my
quantum realm?
god! Well, then we could have either one of those like carry on into the modern era. So that would be fun.
Do you think they're going to draw heavily from the comics from these and just do the like, it's 1602?
I don't know if they'll. No, I don't think they'll do 1602. I think they will do.
It's 1603.
Oh yeah, they'll do 1603. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's one better. I think they will do. Sort of quest. I think they'll just go through all the movies and just go and ask, pointed questions about them. What
Yes,
if this
right.
character hadn't died? What if this character had died?
What if?
What if? Exactly.
It's very interesting.
What if
isn't it?
they'd put Steve Rogers in the machine to give him superpowers and he just burst like a balloon? So Peggy Carter's like, no, I'll do it.
We
I guess.
thought it with Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead of radiation.
Yeah, but one drop too much.
Yeah, this What If seems really interesting though.
Yeah.
It's a couple of years away, but what if it's good, Mason? What do you think? What if it's good?
I think it will be good.
I agree. Oh, no, it's Hawkeye in the fall of 2021.
What does that mean?
Oh,
You
Mason.
love Hawkeye,
He's just
though.
a man shooting arrows and
Yes.
having a bad haircut.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Do you think they're going to keep his haircut?
Depends when it's set, I suppose.
I think it's
Oh, it's set
training.
after,
Yeah,
so
he's-
okay. No, I think he'll have grown his hair back.
The logo
Did we
is-
talk about the Jeremy Renner album that's out?
No, what is this?
I don't know. I haven't listened to it.
So no, neither of us have heard it, so we can't talk about it.
Anybody who's out there, tell us what it's like. I mean, he's not even the first Avenger to do this.
No.
Robert Downey Jr. released an
Done
album
some
many
albums.
years ago, yeah.
He mimed the song "I Want Love" by Elton John.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did.
Okay, right.
But yeah, the logo is Matt Fraction. My life as a weapon is a weapon. My life has been a weapon.
yeah.
I've got a haircut, which is good. But as we said in the video, does that mean that they're drawing from it, or is that just the Hawkeye logo?
That they just happen to have.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, and in the past, we've had Avengers Age of Ultron, and it wasn't really the Avengers Age of Ultron comic book storyline. It was just
Ragnarok
Ultron's
is
in
not
it.
Ragnarok.
No,
and
exactly.
so on
So
and
so who
forth, yeah.
knows if we're going to get a straight adaptation or something completely different.
The first time Loki appears to fight the Avengers, he stops a train or crashes a train. Isn't that the story?
In the
Something like
first
that.
comic book version, what he does is he makes an illusion of a bomb on a set of train tracks, and then the Hulk comes down to investigate, and in doing so, he smashes the train tracks, and I think the train derails, and the Avengers are like, the Hulk's a menace, we're gonna.
And he's like,
Stop
but I
him.
saw a bomb. I
Yeah,
saw a bomb.
exactly.
And they're like, you didn't see a bomb.
Exactly.
You just wrecked tracks, mate.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the Snowpiercer train. We needed that
That's
to
right.
the end of the world.
Yeah. Right.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah. All comes together.
Yeah. But he's training Kate Bishop,
The new Hawkeye.
the new Hawkeye, because he's unsuperpowered, she's unsuperpowered, and together they can be way out of their depth.
They're double unsuperpowered.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's cool. I jest, Mason, because
You jest?
I do want to see this.
Same.
And then Hawkeye can go away forever afterwards, right? He can go live on a farm with his family where he lives.
Oh yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, not a metaphorical farm.
No, a
Okay,
literal
right.
farm where
Yeah.
he lives. Next up is Thor, Love and Thunder. Taika Waititi is back. He's back. He's
If his
bad.
Twitter handle isn't Taika Waititi, he's missing a trick. Everybody at him. Why isn't Taika Waititi?
November 2021. Chris Hemsworth is returning. There was some kind of how many more is Chris Hemsworth going to do? But it seems that he was revitalized from his roles in other movies, other good Thor movies.
Yeah.
Valkyrie is going to be a gay character, the first openly gay character who's a superhero, because there was a gay character in the Avengers that was like, I went on a date because I'm gay. And they went, and Captain America went, that's cool with me, even though I'm from the 40s. Because it's
Cool.
a different time.
It was a different time,
But he's
yeah.
so cool that he was cool with it in the modern day.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And and Jade Foster is back. This was my biggest surprise, I think, from the entire
Oh, absolutely.
thing.
Did I show? And it's interesting because I showed you a photo of Natalie Portman on stage. They've given her a Mjolnir to
Yeah.
hold, and she's holding it. She's got this grimace on
She's
her
looking
face.
very like, I'm like, why did...
And I mean, it's a resignation. I mean, obviously you can take a still. I haven't seen the footage, so she might be smiling. She might be grinning ear to ear.
But in that
and they've
one
just gotten
shot-
her that one frame where she's like, ooh.
There's that grim realization that
Yeah.
I've really put myself in this, haven't
Yeah,
I?
because she, I guess, famously didn't want to do any more Thor movies.
Why would
'Cause
she?
She
Because
said
they did it all.
They did it all, and they didn't really give her anything
Nah.
to do in most of them. She's just a love interest,
Yeah.
to some extent. And I mean, she did. Well, that's the thing. She did more in the first Thor.
Yeah.
And in the second one, it's just like, look at
Oh,
all.
you left Earth and you didn't even give me a kiss.
Exactly. No, I'm asleep. So
I got a goo in me or whatever.
exactly.
Weird red time goo or whatever.
exactly, that's right. So it's and so it's not really that surprising that as her role disappeared, she was less interested in doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm very interested to see that she is back,
Yeah.
and she's apparently going to be a female version of Thor, or
Yeah.
get the powers of Thor.
I
So-
think it's great. I think
Which
this
she
could
did
be
in the comic books,
Yeah,
obviously.
the Jason Aaron run.
yeah.
People have, because we talked about this 5 years ago when they revealed this. We've got a video
Uh-huh.
where we talk about it. We're like, this is good, and maybe someday they'll do it in movies or whatever. And
Oh my God, we
and
saw the
they are.
future.
I mean, the comics saw the future. The comic that they
Actually wrote,
yeah.
and we just talked about
and
it.
we just went maybe,
Maybe, man.
and they did.
God, we're visionaries, aren't we?
So this, everything about this I really like.
Yeah. But that being said, as I think I mentioned on the video we did about this, again, she did have quite a reluctance to do this. So I'm wondering, is it the case of they offered her a really, kind of meaty role in this? Is it because she really wanted to work with Taika Waititi?
Yeah.
Is it because they just offer her so much money because they have so much money now? Is this one and done for her?
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
Well, that's what I wondered about because, again, because you want to see it. You want to see a team of Thors. A whole bunch of people with Thor abilities. Real Thor.
Yep.
Jane Foster Thor.
Frog
Thor.
Eric Masterson.
Thunderstrike Thor.
Yeah.
And some other Thors. Beta Ray Bill
I
Thor.
guess Chris Hemsworth Thor.
Chris Hemsworth Thor,
guess,
yeah,
if
he
you
could
have
be in
to.
this.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of doing that in the comic books as well.
Yeah.
They're doing it. It's
Old Thor.
yeah, it's like old King Thor,
Yeah.
like future Thor and regular Thor and all the Thors together, which would be cool. But I'm sort of wondering if this movie is intended to reset the Thor status quo.
Yeah.
Like give Thor his hammer back. My feeling seemed and again the storyline in the comic books was that Jane Foster gets cancer and then the becoming Thor and we didn't know that's who female Thor was.
Yeah.
And then the sort of the Thor ability sort of abate the sickness for a while.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, maybe is that the plot in this? Maybe this is her one and done. Maybe she passes away after this. Or again, maybe it's a case of, to reset the status quo. At the end of this, she gives the hammer back to Thor, and then he gives Stormbreaker to Beta Ray Bill.
Yes.
Who is a character we've wanted to see, we saw teased in Ragnarok.
Statue of him in Ragnarok, yeah.
Or his race, his horse face race.
Do you reckon they're going to do all the Thors?
I hope so.
Me too.
That'd be good. Yeah, but traditionally his Beta Ray Bill's weapon is called Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a hammer axe situation. So I think maybe they do it like a swapsies.
That's some interesting food for thought, Mason. I did jokes too.
Yeah, you know jokes.
Sorry. I know jokes.
You know jokes.
Yeah.
One day, work yourself up. You can do a joke. But
wouldn't that
until
be
then,
good?
just no jokes, all right? Just know them.
Black Widow.
Yes.
They showed some footage. You mentioned something we didn't mention in the video to me off air.
Oh, yes.
Because they brought out David Harbour, who's playing Alexei, which is the same name as a character that he is. There's a Russian guy in
Stranger Things, right.
Rachel Weisz. Yelena is like a sister figure to Natasha, and they have a fight, but then they have a sit down and they have a drink, and then they have a fight again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're both like Black Widow trained, whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's set after Civil War, which is why she's still alive
Yeah.
and not thrown off a mountain or whatever. It's a Australian director.
Oh, yeah.
So Kate Shortland, which is really cool. But you mentioned something about the Taskmaster, who's the villain for this.
I haven't seen the footage, so I don't know. But I read that the character we thought was the Taskmaster was a lady character.
Yeah.
Who I'm going to look it up.
Rachel Weisz, you think it
Rachel
might be?
Weisz's
Yeah.
character, and I think her name might be Iron Lady, but not related to Iron Man in any way.
What?
Yeah, I know. I bloody know, mate. Don't even. Okay, I'm going to click this. It says everything we know. This is from Nerdist.com.
All right.
Everything we know about Black Widow.
The Rachel Weisz character has a name, Milena Vostokov, who went through the same program as the Black Widow.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean she's not Iron Man's wife or whatever you say.
Iron Maiden is the character's name. We looked it up, and so this we get a big extended fight sequence. It says here, while the shield the figure carries, the villain is reminiscent of the one held by Taskmaster. The villain in Black Widow also appears to be a woman with a full metal suit and a hood. It means the shadow figure might be Iron Maiden or Melina as Taskmaster, or
Yes.
some blend between the two.
Interesting.
Yeah, right.
That sounds good to me. I mean, it makes sense
Yes,
because we don't know who's in that suit, and
that's true.
why wouldn't it be her?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't it, Mason?
Why wouldn't it? I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't.
Can't think of a reason why.
Don't have any answers. Didn't even see the clip.
So I can't say I'm super excited for a Black Widow movie, but there are some definitely things in here that I'm like, that's interesting, including the fact that Taskmaster is in a tank, and that to me is
Oh,
interesting.
yes.
we
They should call him
mentioned-
Tankmaster.
Yeah, but no, because he can do all tasks,
Yeah.
not just tanks. Maybe after they do a task, they add it to the name.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like Cut Orange Master / Tank Master.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Maybe he just has a whole bunch of business cards.
Yes.
He wants to really sell somebody on something. He's like, take out your garbage master. My fees are cheap.
I like how you very reluctantly pulled out a business card. You mimed it out to make that happen. Taskmaster can mimic moves, can't he, though?
Yes.
He's in the Spider-Man game.
Oh, yeah. He's
Spider-Man
got
game,
photographic reflexes, so
Yes.
he can
Very good.
do anything you can do, but only the same.
At the end of the panel, Kevin Feige just quickly rattled off Black Panther 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Captain Marvel 2, Fantastic Four, and Mutants. So, you know.
Was he having a fit? We
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
was, yeah. I think he
Okay.
was just...
Was he foaming at the mouth? There's so much pressure.
There's too much wooing and he broke.
Yeah.
Yes.
My baseball cap's on too tight.
So that's all still happening. So I'd imagine, because this is only the next couple of years, so the phases last 4 years, do they, or something like that?
Is there a fixed length for phases?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
Yeah, I think it's 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So this isn't everything that's coming out, is what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, off the back of all that, Blade was announced.
Oh, yeah,
no
right.
release date, no director.
Yep.
Mahershala Ali, who's from True Detective and also from Iron Fist.
That's true, yeah.
Which again,
Cottonmouth?
Yeah, Cottonmouth, which again speaks to those not counting.
Counting it all.
Oh, it's they'll just say they're in a multiverse or whatever.
Yeah. Also, some people look the same.
Some people do look
Or
the same.
very similar.
Exactly. Robert Downey Jr. looks a lot like Terry Gilliam.
That's not even slightly true.
I couldn't think of two
Anyone
people
else?
the same.
Well,
Brad Pitt and his brother Chad Pitt.
that's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What's his brother's name?
Chad Pitt.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just announced. That's it. And he wanted to do it apparently.
Cool.
Because after he won the Oscar, he rang Kevin Feige and was like, "I want to do
Hear this? It's the sound
Yeah.
of an Oscar.
He's like,
I mean,
can't
it's
hear
solid metal, but you can imagine it.
Yeah.
You saw me win it, so you know.
You pricks put me in a TV series.
Yeah.
I won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Make me a movie.
Yeah.
And
I
wanna
was
be
in
the
I was in
movie.
True Detective, one of the good seasons of
Yeah.
True Detective.
You maybe saw it.
Yeah.
He is good in that. Yeah. Excellent old man makeup in that
Oh, yeah?
series.
Uh-huh.
Just second to none.
Wow.
Yeah.
Better than Chris Evans' old man makeup?
Oh, that's a blend though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Some CGI there.
All right, okay.
But maybe not.
Yeah. Anyway, Blade, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Where have the vampires been hiding? This
Good-
one, every reveal about the Marvel universe, I'm excited for, but also
Where are
it
the Eternals hiding?
it
Yeah.
introduces an element of you have to suspend your disbelief in the sense of like, where were those completely indestructible
Exactly.
superpowered beings who could have helped out in Infinity War? Where were all the vampires?
And I
Where
won't
have they-
suspend my disbelief either.
won't.
That's the thing.
You'll
So
just-
this is going to be a
right.
problem for me.
Yeah.
I want a blow-by-blow representation of where
in the
everyone's
theater,
been.
you'll stand up and you'll be like, nope, nope. Where were you? Where were you? Could have used you and a you.
And to you.
Yeah.
So,
But again, you can also be like, well, maybe the vampires were fighting the Chitauri and the Avengers.
yeah, exactly.
No, they wouldn't have been because it was daytime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But we don't know what these vampires
because
are like
exactly, I was
either.
going to say, what versions of vampires are we even getting here?
Oh, actually, that's a good question
Yeah.
because in Blade, original Blade,
Mm.
they were super strong, super fast, drink your blood, etc. But
Super strong, super fast,
drink your blood, etc. That was their motto. If you remember.
Expialidocious.
Yeah, you remember that?
I remember.
That was what they got before they went out before they got pumped up to get pumped up to go out and like kill innocent people. They did that little song and dance.
Yeah.
yeah.
I love
It's
it.
like a pyramid scheme. But the comic book Marvel vampires
Yeah.
are your more magical vampires. They can do magic spells and
Mm.
hypnotize you, and they can turn into a bat.
Like your Dracules.
Yeah, your Dracules. They can turn
Yeah.
into a wolf.
Yeah.
You can do other things.
But there's also regular kind of ones, aren't there? There's like a mix.
I guess there is, yeah.
Yeah.
And that may have changed. I haven't read a Marvel comic book story with any vampires in it in some years, so they may have.
You're a loser.
Thank you. But like, because for a while there were vampires in the Marvel universe, and then they weren't allowed to be vampires in the
Yeah.
Marvel universe for legal reasons,
Comics
for
code,
the
yeah.
comics code, and so they basically were like, they don't exist anymore because of a spell. And then when they were allowed to have vampires again, somebody stole a magic book. And they re-unleashed all the I mean, that's, I guess, how they could do it in this. They could just...
Were they people who'd been changed? Like, they vampires who went back to people and then were back to vampires?
No, I
again?
think they were all the
Because if you're just on the bus on the way to work and then you turn to a vampire and then
You're like, it's
"Love in the
daytime. I
sun.
regret this.
I'm eating a garlic sandwich too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the worst day of my life.
Yeah, so
I was shot with a silver bullet and I was on my way to the hospital and I thought I'd be fine, but I'm going to die now. No, I think all the existing vampires were sort of banished.
yeah, right.
Or
Okay.
to turn to nothingness, and then some villain opened a magic book and was like, "Well, bring the vampires back," and they all just re-emerged.
Cool.
So I guess we could just do that,
Yeah.
if we wanted to.
Yeah, I guess you could.
So what would you prefer? Would you prefer your Stephen Dorff style vampires who are just goth kids in
Or
black
kind of.
clothing, or do you want magical?
I kind of want they've been banished to another realm
Yeah.
and they're back.
Yeah.
Like maybe in the Dark Ages they were running amok.
Yeah, right.
And now they're back and they're like, it's 30 days of night, but real life, bitch.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Run fast, go to whatever, something, drink your blood, whatever I said earlier.
Yes.
Here
then
we
again,
go, we're back.
But Blade has always been a vampire since he was a kid, right? Or no, that's the movie version.
Yes.
Not the other version.
Well,
right?
again, I don't know even what version
Yeah.
of Blade we'll get in this. He might be, because the original Blade was more or less just a regular guy, except he couldn't be turned into a vampire. That was his one.
Right.
That was his one advantage.
Wow, what
But
a
in the
amazing
in the movies, they went, just make him super strong, super fast, drink your blood. He's a vampire. But then so they changed the comic book version so he's more like the movie version.
Okay.
But so will we get the modern
Where
day
his
one?
mother was bitten when she was giving birth or something?
Yeah, that's what they did in the movie,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
It's a good excuse to go back and do those movies, though, isn't it?
That's true. Yeah.
Get into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. I think I would prefer, because look, and also again, I think one thing that is the sort of the double-edged blade, if you will.
I think you meant to say sword.
No, but blade. I know jokes. Is that Blade was cool and badass, and he's got all the guns and the swords, and you can't stop him, and he's pew, 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 and he's shooting through everybody. But I think that also takes away some of the fun. Like, I feel like if he's so strong and powerful and invulnerable,
Yeah.
that takes away a lot of that takes away the element of danger.
Sure.
And I think maybe put him in a universe where he is strong and fast.
Yeah.
Indestructible, drink your blood. But also the vampires can shape change and hypnotize people, and they've got
Yes.
magic powers and whatever.
It's not just a goth club.
Exactly,
Where
yeah.
you can run in and there's
Yeah.
100 of them and he
Yeah.
can just tear through them.
Yeah, or maybe give us like an evolution of vampire. Like if you're a street tough vampire, you're just super strong, super fast, drink your blood. But it's a Daft Punk song. But if you're like 100, if you're 200, 300, 1,000 years old,
Yeah.
you can do all the shape shifting and the magic and whatever.
Oh, okay. Like, so there's different
Tiers of
sets or
vampire, yeah.
breeds or whatever you
Exactly.
wanna
If you
call them.
do enough multi-level marketing selling, you advance to the next level.
Super strong, super fast,
Drink
you
your
could be
blood.
just like me.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Great.
Yeah.
So that's everything that was announced.
Yep.
We got, again, there's a bunch of videos. We go more in depth on Captain Marvel 2 and Guardians 3 and all that kind of stuff
Yeah,
in
cool.
the video. But where's your woo on this?
I'm at a high level of woo.
Me too.
I thought I'd be kind of exhausted. I thought that,
Yeah.
and I also kind of there are a lot of surprises in that.
Blade was the only one I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I wasn't expecting. I guess it's just the subtitle surprised me.
Yes.
I kind of thought it'd be like
That
it's
Shang-Chi one caught me off guard. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
That's what I'm
okay,
talking
yeah.
about. I thought it'd just be like Shang Chi, and we'd have to
Yeah.
guess what that's about, or like it's Doctor Strange 2. And just even the addition of a
Yeah.
little subtitle has kind of jazzed me, where I'm like, oh, Multiverse of Madness. That sounds good.
hello.
What's going on there? Is he?
Hello, you said.
Hello. Like, is this? We've had recent storylines in Marvel, like comic books, like Doctor Strange has fallen into it, like the all the magic in the universe has kind of been destroyed.
Yeah.
And all, he can no longer do magic. There's only magic in, artifacts and wands and swords and what have you. And so he's just become sort of like a martial arts fighting guy with a magic axe or whatever. And I
Sweet.
think maybe that's, we could take him from being the sorcerer supreme of the universe to like tumbling
with an axe.
Yeah, a guy with an axe tumbling through the multiverse.
Yeah.
Like he can't just snap his fingers and appear back.
That's interesting.
On
Well,
Earth
they
or
did
whatever.
talk about like tearing him down and making him terrifying.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
Because again, he's still got a lot of smugness. Like
Yeah.
he went from a very smug surgeon, he had a moment of doubt,
Yeah.
and then he became a very smug sorcerer.
Yes.
So maybe tear him down again,
Yeah.
and put him in a universe where he isn't the sorcerer supreme. He's just a guy.
Yeah, with an
and
axe.
He's a guy with an axe, and he's got to fight his way
Yeah.
through this multiverse. I mean, it's pretty difficult to go mad if you're going through a multiverse and you're the most skilled guy there.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
if you're not, bit tricky.
Bit tricky. Exactly.
Madness encroaching.
I agree.
Also, maybe he'll meet Shumagorath,
Yeah.
the sorcerer supreme of another dimension, but he's also a pink squid man.
He sucks.
Yeah, he sucks. Yeah. That's his tagline. This guy sucks. I hate it when this guy's here. He sucks.
We're not doing liking this week, are we?
No.
Neither of us have seen it.
No, I
but
didn't
this
say
is gonna
it.
be
I was
long
busy
enough.
and tired.
We might do it next week. Though I'm doing
Yeah.
Matt Stewart's podcast, Primates.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'll be talking about that with Claire this week, but we'll probably talk about it next week.
Yeah, sure.
Briefly, or if not, exhaustively.
Yeah, for
depending
sure.
on how much we have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready for what we're reading?
Yeah, let's do what we read and what we're going to read.
I'm doing the thing. What are we reading? I mentioned Neil Gaiman's Eternals. I'm working my way through it.
Uh-huh.
I thought I should probably know something about these guys before I start making endless videos about them.
Oh, yes.
Because I know next to nothing except for the celestial kind of background.
Okay, all right.
And it's really good, and I'm
Okay.
glad I am reading it. It's like 7 issues.
Yeah, right.
I'm up to 3 maybe.
And it's a kind of Doctor Strange style, stripping them down to nothing, bringing them back.
You don't need
Okay.
to know anything about.
Right.
And there's your Iron Man shows
Yeah.
up and whatever.
Uh-huh.
You get
They
some bits
did
and
something
pieces.
very similar in DC a while back with the New Gods.
Yeah.
Where they were all kind of like thrown down to earth, and they were just like they all lost their memories and kind of.
Yeah, one of those situations. Yeah.
If there's that's interesting. Like it's a weird parallel thought thing that happens in movies and comic books sometimes or whatever.
Well, we're also getting New Gods in the.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
and
movie,
in
yeah.
the even like the mobster angle is kind of similar because in the New Gods one, Darkseid became boss Darkseid. He became like a mob boss who was not aware that
Does
he
he
was
look
also
like a
new god.
man?
Like a weird man,
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Because otherwise you'd be aware. Why am I a rock man?
Why am I a 9-foot-tall rock man? What's going on here? I guess.
What's
Anyway-
that? What era is that from?
Anyway, it's time to eat this baked ziti. I want to say 5 years ago, but it was probably 10 years ago.
Interesting.
I don't know.
5 to 10 years ago.
5 to 10 years ago, yeah.
When you're in your late teens?
Yeah, when I was in my late teens.
Or
Yeah.
a different age?
I can't remember.
I
I can't.
understand.
It's so hard to gauge now because it was during one of the DC reboots. It might have been.
then who
might have been
knows?
New 52.
Yeah.
Or Rebirth. I don't
Okay,
know,
fair
but it was in one of those. But you're enjoying the Neil Gaiman
It's good.
Eternals.
I recommend
Okay,
it.
yeah.
And by all accounts, it stays good.
Do you know who the artist is?
Ooh, I can
Is
look that up.
it a John Romita
It
Jr.?
might very well be. Why don't
think-
you tell me what you're reading?
Okay,
and then
I'm reading the new season of Veronica Mars.
Oh,
which
were
is
you,
out
were you
now.
a fan of all
Yes.
of them? I've never seen it.
Less so season 3 and the movie that they kickstarted.
Season 3 was Grown Up Veronica Mars again?
No,
or was
season
that...
1
the
and
movie
2
was the Grown Up one.
Yeah, season 2 was high school. Season 3 was college. Then there was a big break, and then she was a grown up, and now she's back in Neptune.
Back in high school.
Yeah, she's back in high school. She lost her high school transcript. She can't get a job, so she's back getting her GED. But she just wants to party, you know.
I understand.
No,
that.
she's back in Neptune. She's working with her dad still.
It is
in
John Romita Jr.
Okay, there we go. That's a good look. That's a classic Eternals.
It
I
is.
think, artist.
It's great art. Yeah.
And she's solving crimes and making dimes. You know what I mean?
And
but
making
there's
dimes.
there's been bombings in Neptune, and she's got to figure out who the bomber is.
Does she?
As usual, there's like an overarching plot, and then there's some little mysteries along the way.
I have to
All
see.
your favorite characters are back.
I
Or
don't
most
know-
of them
I
at
don't
this
know
point.
any of them.
Logan's back.
I don't know him. I don't know him.
The dad's back.
Don't know him. Do you know him?
You
You don't know his name?
no, I know the actor's name. Enrico Calantoni.
That's a good name.
It's a good name, right? He was in Just Shoot Me also.
Oh, the bald dude?
Yes!
I know that guy.
Dick Casablancas is back.
Good.
Some other characters whose names I can't recall.
This sounds terrific.
Ken Marino's back.
Oh, Ken Marino. I didn't know he
Yeah,
was he at high school in the original
No,
series?
he's like a
say.
really he's a skilled but incredibly slimy like competing private detective.
Oh, I
he's very
see.
good. He's a real scene stealer in this show.
Oh, yeah, he would be.
But it's like again, that's yeah. It's most of your favorites are back. But if you're not, I mean, most Veronica Mars is on streaming somewhere, so I reckon track it down.
So, do you reckon if I went back to Veronica Mars high school years, I would like it?
Yes,
What year did it start? Like the mid 2000s?
maybe.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
2004.
Yeah,
There you
but it's
go.
good, and it's also a little more risque because I think they're on Hulu now or something, so you can,
you can
throw some swears in if you
You
want.
get a bit sexy.
You get a bit sexy,
I don't know.
exactly. Yeah.
Do you reckon I could just jump into this season?
It's
It's too late. I'm already watching it.
Oh no, Patton Oswalt's in this season as
Oh,
well.
great.
New addition
I
to
like
the
him a lot.
cast.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, cool.
There's a few characters. I mean, I haven't finished it yet, so I'm still. Is Mac back? Is Mac coming back?
I don't know.
Piz. Is Piz coming back? I haven't seen Piz yet.
Piz.
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 Piz. P-I-Z.
I heard you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I'm churning through that. I'll probably finish the rest of it today. It looks
What did you say it was on again?
in Australia it's on Stand.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, letters.
Oh yeah, letters. A long time ago.
The classic one was
Letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, they're only a day away.
Hang on to here right now. We're going to do letters.
If you do want to reach the show, #WeeklyPlanetPod on Twitter or send an email over to weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com.
That's right.
This is from @abrarararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararar
I'm a big fan of him.
Hashtag Weekly Planet Pod.
Oh, yes?
There's no Spider-Man anywhere in the Phase 4 lineup of the MCU. If do you think they'll address the ending of Far From Home?
Good question.
I think it's mostly wasn't there because it's a Sony property.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
But probably in the next 2 years.
Yeah, right?
Like in 2 years, we'll go on.
But do you think they will address it in... Do you think they'll address it in one of the upcoming, like,
No.
this current slate? Do you not think so?
I think they'll keep it out of the mediums unless he's in the medium.
Really? Do you
'Cause
think
it's Sony.
there won't even be a conversation of like, should we do something about Peter? I mean, everybody's trying to kill him
People
now.
are throwing cans and broken bottles at him.
That's right. They're saying get out of New York.
But he won't.
He won't. They're like, get out of here. For some reason, we're different from all the other New Yorkers and all the other Spider-Man properties. We want Spider-Man to get out of here. Get out of here.
So that's what I think. But
Yeah.
maybe they'll reference it. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Wait,
I don't
are
think
we
they're
out-
going to solve anything.
Are we out of Spider-Man Far From Home spoiler zone?
Sure.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay. If you haven't seen it by now, too late.
If you've listened through this entire episode and you haven't listened to Spider-Man Homecoming, I don't even know what you're
If you
to.
haven't listened to
I
Spider-Man
need you
Homecoming,
to listen
if
to
you
the
haven't
audio-
listened to the audio of the previous Spider-Man movie,
Have you not
what
heard
are you
that?
doing here? If you're not, yeah.
Didn't you get it off Napster?
Yeah, that's right. Didn't you think it was a series of Weird Al parodies? That's actually the audio of Spider-Man Homecoming. Come on.
So that's what I think.
Hey, speaking of audio,
What do we got?
This is from Herbert Covington.
Hello, Herb.
He's absolutely loving the Wolverine podcast since we recommended
Yeah.
it to us. The way the story is told is super unique, that's true. And I was wondering if you would like to see any other characters adapted in this way, and if so, who would they be? I'd love to see a Moon Knight or the Question radio show, or even someone like Spider-Man.
I've had a lot of people that are like disappointed that Moon Knight didn't show up in any of this panel.
Yeah, right.
Which I can understand.
Yeah. Do you think they hold anything, side note, do you think they hold anything in reserve? Or do you think this is the
Yes.
slate? Do you think they're going to be like, surprise Moon Knight movie?
Oh no, I think they're holding things in reserve for the things that are after this.
Yeah,
but
right,
I'm
right.
sure there's some cameos and stuff in here that'll be like, what?
Yeah. I think Moon Knight and the Question would work really well.
because there can be detective-esque.
They can be detective-esque, and
Yeah.
that gives us room for like an internal monologue.
Mm.
I don't want. I mean, I guess any character can have a compelling internal monologue, but
Not
I like.
any character.
Yeah, but I like the idea because like a Moon Knight or the Question, they're both insane,
Yes.
which is a plus. But also they can give us kind of like a noir, kind of detective-y narration.
Yeah.
Like all about moons and dames.
Moons and dames.
moons and dames and doors.
Moons and dames and doors?
Yeah.
Is that what you'd call it?
Yeah.
Moon Knight, dames and doos and doors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Stephen Dorff's.
Set in Dusseldorf. Yes.
Yes. Excellent.
What do you think? You got any?
I don't really... Yeah, I like that idea of the detective thing. I think Daredevil might be an interesting one to adapt.
Yeah.
Because he's a
Where am I?
Yeah, well,
What's going on?
He's a blind character and
Yeah.
it's an audio medium.
That's true,
So
yeah.
you could do some interesting stuff with the
Yeah.
Foley and kind of do it from his perspective and what
Yeah.
he hears and things going past him and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that might be a way
What
to
the
go.
bloody hell's that?
It's a train, I think.
Yeah. It's interesting because a lot of Netflix has done this a couple of times, and it's weird that they haven't figured it out yet. Is often, because oftentimes with the show there'll be descriptors for the blind. Like when they did Daredevil, they didn't do that. Like
Really?
they had to be kind of prodded into it. And they did another one recently with the blind main character. I can't remember what it was called, and they didn't have descriptors for the blind. It's kind of like,
Oh, man.
that's your audience.
Yeah,
What are you
that's
doing?
really weird.
Yeah. But anyway, I think anything. Give me a throwback to like a noir kind of situation. I think Batman would work as well. I think.
Yeah, well,
'Cause-
Nightfall is an audiobook
Oh,
of
yeah,
which I
that's
listened
true.
to,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
quite good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that based on the novel, the novelization of the comic book
I
series?
cannot remember,
Okay,
but
that's-
yes or no.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What would be good? Dick Tracy.
No, boo.
We were talking about Dick Tracy last week.
Let's
People-
not get on the dick train, Mason.
Okay, let's not.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything can work, but some things work better than other things.
That is very true.
And that's all I'll
But
say.
yeah, let's lean towards something detective-y. Or
Yeah.
so another. Give me. I'm gonna think of one more good
Alright.
one.
You think of one more. Do you want me
Okay.
while
Yeah,
I'm
do
doing
it.
the next
Yeah.
thing?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll not listen to what you're saying, and I'll think of the
fine
thing I'm
with
thinking
me.
of.
Harris Wilson says, which Disney Plus show is getting cancelled first?
None of them.
I think they'll I think they'll do like short series.
Yeah, I don't
And
think.
some they'll be like,
yeah.
yeah, we could probably get another season out of this.
Yeah, I think maybe what they've learned, maybe even from Netflix recently, and I'm sure they get the inside word on what Netflix is doing and blah blah blah. I think they're probably like make no promises about second seasons or third seasons,
Yeah.
and even like don't say we're going to do this for 3 seasons because they know, based on the Netflix novel, Netflix audiobook.
A novel idea.
Yes, they know from the Netflix model that new subscribers drop off after 2 seasons or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think if they go, okay, we'll do WandaVision, and after that we'll do a new season of something. Well, even if they do Wanda and the
Yeah.
Vision again, they'll rename it,
Yeah, right.
and that will lure more people in. They're not
That
going to
makes
go, okay,
sense.
season 2 of Wanda and WandaVision, because then they know fewer people are going to jump onto it. But if
a
they
good
just
point.
go, okay, well, here's 4 series, and then next time around we're going to get a bunch of other sort of secondary characters and make series around them as
Yeah.
well.
Well, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Does it make sense to you?
Makes sense to me because it's the thing
You
that
said
I said.
you weren't going to listen to me, and you weren't going to.
I only listened to
But
you,
you-
and then I
but
didn't
then you-
think of the thing that I said.
You did that whole. You had a very good answer,
Yeah.
and now you've left yourself out in the lurch.
I'm out in the bloody lurch.
The answers that you've given are adequate.
Adequate answers. That's
Yeah.
what we're all about on this show.
That's all you
Some
need.
adequate answers. All right.
Do you have another one, or do you want to?
If anybody has any ideas, send them our way. weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com or tweet at us, and I
right.
would like to hear those.
And that is the episode.
Yes, thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you,
It's been a
everybody.
bloody treat. Has this been a long episode?
Yeah, we're a bit under 2 hours, I think,
Good
or
for
approaching
us.
2 hours. Yeah.
Good for us.
Yeah.
I say woo. You know what I mean?
Boo, because I have to listen to this immediately after.
And then edit it and put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are those videos going? They all done?
Good. I think they're 5 or 6 in now.
Wow, that's
But
impressive.
yeah, so I'm going to edit this, and then I'm going to try and chip in and help on that, or I'll just collapse. I
I
should eat something, actually.
You should absolutely eat something.
You
That's
haven't
true.
eaten anything.
No, you should.
What time
Do
is
you
it?
want a Monster
It's
Energy
fucking
drink?
2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock.
Christ. This is supposed to be out in an hour and a half.
Oh, bloody hell. All right. Well, you can listen through and edit 2 hours of audio in an hour and a half, right? Listen to it on fast speed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for subscribing, telling a friend. We
Yep.
actually met some people at the live show, or I did. You
had to
ducked out
leave,
early.
yeah.
But I met a gentleman who's like, I listened to the show. Here's the friend I told, and now he listens as well. So it works. It's worked at least once. Less. Thanks, everybody, for letting people know and giving us a nice review on iTunes. If you'd like
Speaking
to...
of, I've
Yes.
got a review.
I'm ready.
I like to contribute to this section.
Thank you.
Uh,
One day I will also.
This is from Me Gig. Says, great podcast. Wish I could think of something clever to say so James would read this. I just want 5 seconds of podcast fame.
You got it.
Well, you've done it.
You
You've
did
got
it.
it, and you've done it.
That's right.
So yeah, you can leave a review in your app if you
that's
want to.
good. That's very
It's
good.
helping out a lot, actually.
Oh, that's
so,
good.
yeah.
That is great.
Appreciate it.
If you want to get in contact with us, as mentioned, weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com or on Weekly Planet Pod, Facebook, Twitter, Bandcamp. We have all our audio commentaries. We're going to do a new one at some point.
Oh, don't make
Not
promises
now.
that I
Not
can't keep,
now.
Mason.
No, we're so tired.
Well, it's too
I'm
tired.
tired. You can go to planetbroadcasting.com, see all the podcasts on the Planet Broadcasting Network. You can sign up for the newsletter from the great Rob Collins. He's at Raw Collins on Twitter. He's at The Weekly Planet
He
on
is.
Twitter.
Yeah.
He's the best.
He's the best man who's ever lived.
He is. And he
Yep.
knows everything. How does he know it?
Where is he?
Where is he exactly?
I don't trust him.
Wales? Is he in Wales? I think he's in Wales.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
God. You can find me at Wikipedia Brown on Twitter and on Instagram, Nick Maso, NickMaseeau. You're Mr. Sunday Movies everywhere.
All platforms. You want to see me with bloody cat makeup on my Instagram? Claire put it up there. I came inside last night. She's like, you put that cat whiskers on.
You know that big mistake you
put 'em
made?
on your- I put it on your
Everybody's seen it now.
Instagram.
You know that big mistake
Thanks,
you made
Claire.
that you thought only 200 people would see? Well, now everybody's seeing it. So what do you reckon about that, you bitch?
That's what she said.
That's what she said, exactly.
Yeah.
If you want to support the show, we would love that. Patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies if you would like to chuck in a buck.
Yes.
That would be terrifico. Working on that studio. We're still taking donations for the Intrepid Foundation to save the bloody world.
We are.
That'd be very nice if we had a world in a few years.
Thanks to Percy also, who came along and took photos at the event. I should
yeah,
have
that was
said
great,
up,
yeah.
up top. Now he's not going to hear it, but everyone tweet at Percy Presents to just
Let
in
him
case he didn't
know.
hear.
That'd be great. You can also go to the Amazon affiliate link in our episode description. Click through, buy, pre-order Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Blu-ray.
No, Blade Trilogy, baby.
Blade Trilogy, yes, very good, nice.
Yeah.
Watch 1 and 2, throw 3 in the bin.
Excellent.
We've also got some t-shirts on tpublic.com. Thank you to the Brute and the Basilisk and Rackham for all our musical themes. That's about it, I think.
That is about it. Anything else?
No, what are we doing next week?
Lion King, I guess.
Or something else. Maybe we'll think of a different thing.
The thing about Lion King is a lot of people put a lot of work into it.
That's
I
true.
think that's important.
One of the animators is part of the.
That's specifically what I'm referring to because I feel bad.
I believe she's in the animating team
Yeah.
for The Lion King. She's in the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates Facebook group, which you should join, and did some great work.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it does look spectacular.
it does look good. Yeah.
Well, we saved that, didn't we?
We certainly did.
Yeah.
We saved ourselves. We saved some feelings right there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks very much.
Grab that jam, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
I mean, if you want. It's up to you.